PQ. 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 PQ.
As he warned he would do, Stephen A. Smith has responded to the NABJ giving him the Thumbs Down Award. He posted on his own platform and he did a few interviews, but I want to focus on one. Take a look.
Now, doesn't this have to do specifically with your criticism of radical people on the left And you did mention a couple of African-American women at times. Jasmine Crockett, who says nutty things. Joy Reid, who says, in my view, nutty things. Is that what this is about?
I think it is. I don't think there's any question about it, and that's why I spoke out against it, because I think it's utterly ridiculous. I was raised by 5 black women. My mother, God rest her soul, and my 4 older sisters. I have 2 daughters. I have 10 nieces. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I find it highly offensive that they would label me in this way. Give me a thumbs down award specifically for disparaging black women. I want everybody out there to know there's no such thing. That did not happen. That is a flat out lie. And that never happened. Whether it was Jasmine Crockett, whether it was Kamala Harris, whether it was Michelle Obama, I pointed to something that they said that I may have disagreed with. That is all. That is all that I have done. And
You
Joy
said
Reid,
about Michelle
her
Obama,
as well.
she could win. That's what I remember you saying about
Yeah,
her.
but what? No. Yeah, but remember what happened is that I said that I did not appreciate her saying that a vote for Donald Trump was a vote against women, because I said there are a plethora of reasons why people go to a poll. Some people might prioritize the economy, immigration, safety in the streets of America, national security, etc. There are a plethora of reasons why somebody would choose to vote. To sit up there and to say to African American men that a vote for Donald Trump would be a vote against women, I said, I don't think that's fair. And that's what I said. My point is, whether you agree or disagree, how does the word disparaging come into play? Or to talk about me degrading and denigrating black women? No, I had a difference of opinion about something that they may have said. And that is all. But a journalistic organization that's its foundation is supposed to be based on objectivity, and most importantly, uplifting African Americans within the journalism industry. Well, excuse me, what have I accomplished in my career? Where am I sitting at right now? On September 29th, I'm about to be inducted into the Broadcast and Cable Hall of Fame. I've established myself as one of those people in this industry, but I'm not a Hall of Famer for the NABJ. I brought for my national television show, First Take, from ESPN. In concert with ESPN and the great bosses that I have, we brought First Take, a nationally televised show, every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on ESPN. We brought it to the NABJ conference. When have you seen a nationally televised show broadcasting live from a journalism convention? I did it the last 2 years in Chicago and Cleveland, respectively. But I don't show up this year, and all of a sudden I receive a thumbs down award. I think it's utterly ridiculous, and I called them on it.
There are 2 things that stand out to me about this interview. Number one is how defensive he is, trying to refute the accusation that he has denigrated the black community. What he's not understanding is the pattern. He says things like, all I did was voice my opinion of disagreement with these people. Michelle Obama, he said, and Jasmine Crockett, and some others. And he's not understanding there's a pattern of this behavior where he is more consistently disagreeing with black people, black women of color, more specifically. And he doesn't understand that pattern is actually what has caused him to be in this situation and receive this award from the NABJ. He's also saying things like, I have the #1 talk show, and I'm in the Hall of Fame. I'm going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame soon. All of those are well-deserved accolades, but they don't mean you cannot be guilty of what the NABJ has accused you of. So it's just a weird way to defend yourself, as if like, I have so many accolades and so many women around me that I can't be guilty of this thing. Oftentimes people who become extraordinarily successful, as Stephen A. Smith is, you actually become insulated, like your success blinds you to the impact of what you're doing. The second thing that stood out to me about this interview is where he did it. The interviewer, Sean Hannity, refers to these people as the radical left, and he did not correct them. So if it's true that Stephen A. Smith gets to say, I was just voicing my opinion, and that makes him not radical, why can't they have their opinion and not be radical as well? So to refer to them as the radical left is almost like the host justifying Stephen A. Smith's position. But also, in psychology, when you are angst, triggered, angry, uncomfortable, upset, you do this thing called safe space seeking. So basically, think about when your kids are young and they're out in the neighborhood and somebody bullies them, what do? They run home and they run into their parents' arms, right? Why do they do that? Because psychologically we run to safe spaces. We call it safe space seeking. So why was Fox News the place that he went immediately when he was in this situation? That is a very telling thing to me, because it would make me wonder, why is that where you feel safe to have these ideas? Maybe that's congruent with why the NABJ gave you the Thumbs Down Award in the first place. Thank you for listening. I'm going to keep talking to you about topics like this, so follow for more.
They was told when they was hired, you know, you can't rest on white folks.
And this was in. So they weren't really full
No,
officers, right?
they was full time for us.
Right. But they just couldn't.
Oh no.
Now, did they have police cars? They didn't get patrol cars?
They had to walk that beat.
Uniforms? Did they have regular uniforms?
Yeah, they had regular uniforms.
Okay.
Shut up, please. You're out of order. Miss Fields is nasty. You nasty. You's a nasty woman.
Point of order.
What's your point?
Mr. Mays cannot use that type of
Done it. How you?
name call.
Councilman.
I'm not gonna quit until she quit being nasty in her official capacity. She's a nasty elected.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Must be removed if he
No.
persists in calling me.
But he waving his hand at me like it ain't a damn thing, like I ain't.
Come on.
I'm getting tired of these people, man. I mean, it's very disrespectful.
I am going to finish saying this.
Oh, go ahead.
You can just sit your tail down in the seat and you know going on the meeting.
I ain't got no tail, girl.
Mr. Mays, that's improper.
I can't speak without having someone overtalk me, point of order, and also make mimicking things like that. I mean, is that in order, Mr. President?
I'm just telling you. I'm gonna let you talk.
Who you talking to? You gonna let? The voters let me. I got voted in. Who you talking to?
But you playing on your phone.
No, I'm not playing on my phone. I'm taking care of business. I'm not studying what you're talking about.
I know you ain't stuck.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I need a translation. I have no idea what I ain't studying actually means.
I'll translate that. I ain't studying you in the regular language means I really don't care what his position is based upon his political motives.
Thank you for clarifying.
That's one definition of I ain't studying what he's talking about. I can give 2 or 3 more in the King's English.
190208 is not in this, right?
In the middle of a business meeting, usually you gone. So you can come closer and get me, because I came closer when I got you knocked out. And if you want to laugh, here go a clown outfit for you. If you want to put this on and clown, it's ready for you. Because when you clown, I'm a double clown. I want everybody from this day forward to remember when I talk about Kate Fields, I'm reacting to her nastiness. I'm never gonna stop. When I talk about Eva Worthing, who runs with Kate Fields, it's gonna be reacting to their nastiness. Okay, what's your point?
Do you know that you speak constantly when others are speaking?
That ain't a point of information. You're out of order. You're using it to take the flow. You're out of order. Can you sit there and be quiet like I did when you spoke? Can you do it? You out of order. This is your second warning. Third warning. What you say?
Are you going to scream and yell at my face?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to scream and yell.
That man was a legend, bro.
Yes,
Hey,
he was.
You know what? Let me tell you
I was
something.
repeating everything he was saying.
Nat will never let me live this down. So when he was still alive, what it was is that somehow we ended up getting in contact. I ended up getting in contact with him. I got him on his personal cell phone. I called him and I asked him to come on this show and he agreed. Right. And something that ended up happening where the time conflict, something happened and it wasn't on him. It was completely on me. And I regret that to this day.
Yeah, you a sorry piece of crap of a interviewer.
Whoa.
Just let
Chill
me-
out. What the fuck? Chill out.
Tell your son how you really feel.
No, listen, let's keep that shit to ourselves. Point of order. Welcome to the show.
Son, S-U-N, son.
Point of order. Welcome to the show. You know why we're here. You know what we're doing here. There's too many topics to cover on my top list of stuff. I need to not address Urban Cash, but I want to talk a little bit about their tactics and how they move, right? And I'm going to tell you why they move that way, right? I want to talk a little bit about Brother Greg's wonderful presentation he put on, just lay out his plan for city council at large, and how Mr. Porter was also extraordinarily poignant in his time that he took to speak. How YSKT did a decent job presentation.
You gonna stop playing with me.
I just want to thank everybody for all the work they did.
He gonna stop playing with me.
If you guys are watching from YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button and
nobody subscribing to your stuff.
They're there. And if you're on Facebook and you're watching this, hit the like and share button. Send this to somebody that needs to be aware of what's going on in the city of Alexandria. Yeah, I know you guys probably like, why are you guys always talking about the city of Alexandria? Because you guys live there, right? And nobody else is having these conversations. We get on live and talk about people all up under their clothes.
Spitting all on the camera. You know, just blowing your bad breath into the phone. Just all that. You know, just people exposing people and overgrown people talking about paperwork and all. I'm like, what the hell is really going on in the world?
Fights back and forth
every weekend.
This is crazy stuff. Yeah,
we got so much going on.
It's too much going on in this nation and in this area that we need to be more attuned to and paying attention more to. You guys, if we keep on, let me say this. If we don't get our S together, you guys, we're going to fall back the way we was before. We have an opportunity to make Alexandria a city that sits on the hill by bringing in things, people, businesses, activities that everybody can enjoy, not just a select few. Everybody can enjoy. Until we get to the point of doing all that and taking care of the infrastructure, just like Mr. Scott said, and making sure we have safe streets, until we do that, we are going to be falling backwards. And I'm so happy that I'm noticing that a lot of people are paying attention. And I'm glad to see a lot of people starting to speak up. A lot of people are tired. And this is our opportunity to change the tides. We have to do it. Nobody else is going to do it for us. Nobody, like Nat said, ain't nobody coming to rescue us. Okay? We have to do it ourselves. Okay? I just want to let you know. We have to do it ourselves.
Okay. So this is my gripe. Mr. Porter, plug your ears. Mom, plug your ears. Every goddamn election cycle, here come Urban Cash with this tomfoolery and tomfuckery, right? This time around, there's nobody that they can fleece, because every election cycle they manage to find some money out of one of these candidates. At least 2 or 3 of them. They even get paid by people that ain't even candidates. You feel me? They always looking for sponsorship, right? That's how you know. That's the difference between community service and a business, right? So the community service side of it is, we haven't asked for a goddamn dime in 10 years. In 10 years. You've never heard us say, donate to this or donate to that. No, that's not what we're here for. We're here to give you the news, right? So back on Urban Cast ass, right? So I looked at this picture, right? Because somebody sent it to me. Let me go ahead and send y'all the picture. When you see that picture, hold on, God damn it. When you see that picture, right, you would think that that young lady did something wrong. You would think that that young lady transgressed against the black community. You would think that that young lady had did something detrimental to the black community at large. And
I ain't
she,
never seen him do that to nobody else.
you know why he did that? Because she canceled the fucking interview with them.
Because she probably figured out who the hell he was, for real.
After previously confirming her appearance, Ashley Baptiste has informed UrbanCast that she will no longer be available for Monday's 8 p.m. edition of Let's Talk due to a, and they put it in quotes, professional obligation.
Oh, wow.
So they threw canceled on her picture like she had did something wrong. First off, let's talk about the origins of
Yeah,
Urban.
that's sad as hell, because I would never do that to my people. I wouldn't do that in general. That's
I
hella
can't
childish
do
for
that to
one.
people. It
It's
is childish.
unprofessional. Like, you trying to present yourself as a professional, what does it say? Media, right?
No.
No, I'm talking about, what does it say on Facebook?
No,
Media?
I'm agreeing with Jock Roy. They're not qualified media. He said he only speaks to real media and he only answers to real media. So here's the problem.
Oh, well, he only answered to Stephen Maxwell.
Well, that's true. So this post was 3 days ago, right? So a day ago, which was yesterday, they go and make this long ass post.
Long chat GPT post.
UrbanCast covers public life because it matters. And this is all the things that they quote unquote do.
Why you gotta say it now? How long you had this goddamn page for?
You had this platform. You got to line out what you know what this is. This is your first election season without being able to fleece a candidate like you do every other election season.
Uh-oh. Why is that though? Like
because
people
they
not paying them or like
what did we say about all the sellouts?
It just started now.
Man, let me tell you something. Because it ain't no white people running. Because Randy Wiggins ain't. It's not enough Republicans running. That's what give them their money. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know why we like.
Because y'all see, Lizzie didn't have to run, so he didn't have to.
So he wasn't gonna have nobody.
Yeah. He didn't get no check for that one, but he could get a check for Villard. It's just like, you know.
No, he can't get a check. You know what? He could get a check from Villard, but who's to say Villard even going to deal with him? Because if Villard connected to Jock the way Villard connected to Jock, Villard is not going to deal with UrbanCast.
You right.
You know why? Because Jock doesn't think UrbanCast is legit. So this is the first.
So it's just going to be Stephen Maxwell. It's going to be Stephen Maxwell. Yeah.
This is going to be the first election cycle where they don't have any candidate to push.
Now that's
and now all of a sudden they want to be fair and impartial.
But why you can't just do it for free?
I mean, I don't even know why. We do it for free.
No, dude. We all do it for free.
Look,
yeah, we all do it for free.
We're not a business. They're a business.
Right. Oh.
Oh, that's the difference.
Oh, dang.
I don't know. I'm just saying that.
Well, if you're, but this is the thing though. If you're receiving any kind of transactions, that's the type of stuff you have to put on your taxes.
That's right.
You know, it's like a side job.
Let me tell you something. Them boys wanted to get in politics so bad they was trying to hold people up and hold people hostage at people's house to try to demand money from them for their campaign. Like there's a whole backstory to most of these wouldn't that call them influential Negroes? And they always got a nerve to want to put look at this, right?
Who is that?
No, hold on. This aside, right? The flyer aside, this looks like a good thing, right? Even though they're okay, it's a men's conference talking about bridging the gap with teens, law enforcement, and faith. What it is it seems like it's gonna be a bunch of cops and it's gonna be a bunch of pastors that are cops talking to the teens. I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying there's probably a lot of cops that are also pastors, or it's a lot of criminals is a lot of pastors that used to be criminals that are involved as well. Because I don't know how it seems like the cloth is what they hide behind. But that's neither here nor there. right? The registration is $10 for the kids, 13 to 17.
Wait, hold the phone.
That's what I wait.
Hold up. No, I got a question. Because I asked you to zoom in and I can't see it. So I need to ask a question.
Where?
What is this event again?
This is the men's conference talking about bridging the gap.
Okay, and you gotta pay for it?
Listen.
Wait. But what is it?
It's got okay. First off, it's Monday or Saturday, September 12th. First off, this has zero to do with UrbanCast, right? But what does UrbanCast do every chance they get? They try to insert their philosophy on top of shit. That's what these little jabs
He just needs something to write about. He just be probably sitting there at that computer with his legs crossed and just got his hand on his chin and just thinking of the next plan. He ain't got nothing to do.
Behind every arrest, every victim, and every headline are families and communities dealing with the consequences. Now, mind you, right? Whether this is Jack Kenton, the former president of the NAACP, who used them to hit a lick on the Power Coalition, sue me for slander if you think I'm lying. Or whether it's Steve Shark, who was the president of the DPEC. Has anybody heard anything from the DPEC this election cycle about any endorsements, about any engagement with the community?
Nope. Wait a minute. UrbanCast says they're the people's, what did he say? They're
the people's platform. Oh, yeah, they're rebranding. They're in the middle of rebranding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they went from being involved in it all to being the people's platform. Horse shit.
PPP.
But they're always trying to layer their ideology on top. It's a grift. They're always trying to ride somebody else's wave, or if it's not the crime wave they riding, it's just, man, it's so disingenuous, and I want people to know that's what's going on. Because Stephen Shark is the same one that stood up on them goddamn steps at City Hall with Reddix Washington holding the sign talking about let them play when them white babies needed to go play at Johnny Downs. The same guy that's over here trying to advocate for black people was all hands down feet patrol. But of course, it was an election season. So what do you expect? He was trying to get elected.
It was an election season.
I'm just saying, these people don't what they say, a leopard never changes his spots. And these people are who they are. And it's election season. And they're upset that no politician wants to pay them. No politician wants to pay them. Remember that conversation we had about what happens when all the sellouts are sold out? Ain't no more left. All you got is Crayfish Lewis and whoever is black on Jock Roy's staff. And anybody got a problem with me saying that? You already know I don't care. If you
call
black,
in, man. Call in, man.
You call in, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Yes, the people are tired. They sick of this shit. They sick of being played with. So again, I just wanted to say that I needed to get that off my chest because of the simple fact that these people keep playing in these people's face and you acting like you care when it's really like even with the shit that's going on in District 3, right? And the people that's trying to low-key spearhead it from the back. So pause. Trying to spearhead it and so that they can jockey for a position so they can finally get on the council after many, many times of not actually succeeding. So, no, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Now, I do agree that people do need to be pulled off that council, but I'm not going to agree with the people that think they're going to get in there just by appointment only. No, you couldn't get in there when they tried to vote for you. You didn't have enough votes then. I doubt you'll have enough. No, sir. No, sir. And I'm watching these things because y'all know, if anybody know, I know, right? Because I see everything, and I don't speak on a lot. But it's some things, come on, you can't be doing this shit to black folks, bro. Because you know these white folks is watching. You're trying to ruin that girl's campaign simply because she didn't want to interview with y'all for whatever reason. That's wrong. Y'all are wrong. And y'all know what y'all doing.
Yeah, I think he meant to say can't. I think what it was.
He didn't have to put her picture up. And then what make it so bad
but
is that
wait, stop. So if I let everybody know somebody's coming on the show to do an interview, and they decide that they're not going to be able to come on the show to do the interview. So I think that's mainly what they were trying to do. I just think that all they had to do was make a blurb saying that she was not able to go. She's canceled. I mean, not that
presentation is everything, Mr.
Yeah.
Leader.
I know.
But look where it's at on the screen. It's a
And then he turned it sideways. Like I know what. Me and Ten do some designing, you know, and this was very intentional. The way that he rotated it and marked out her, because she has a very professional, you know, night. It's like throwing paint on it.
And then somebody actually tried to break down her whole positioning, that she was being defensive and all that on her picture.
No. They were saying that that was the original comments, right?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
that was he went back and edited the. That's what I'm saying. The diabolical part about it is that he took the original picture down, and he put canceled on that picture, and then reposted the picture, and edited the original post.
That is stupid and petty as hell. Because all you have to do is just share it.
Well, y'all know who y'all dealing with now. Y'all already know who y'all dealing with.
Egghead.
But yeah, just be on the lookout, guys.
They're sensitive people.
Because they're not getting. It's not an election season where they can come up. Because as Mr. Porter pointed out, a lot of these white people ran unopposed.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's why he don't like working with black people. We got too much respect for. Well, a lot of us have a lot of respect for ourselves.
A lot of us
about that because if it was a white person, he would be paid already. You know.
If it was a white person, he would have never did it.
Oh, he would have never did that.
And she said that she put on, Miss Erica said that she put on her page that it was a schedule conflict. She said she put it on her page. So
but now you done messed up your name because now you done, that was very distasteful.
Yeah.
And look, in addition to that, there was some miscommunication on the part of UrbanCast. They thought that they had a confirmation from Miss Ashley Baptiste, and she had not confirmed with them that date. That was a date they proposed to her, and she had not confirmed that with them, and they went forward with that. And one of the reasons why, she did have a previous commitment, and she's actually out of town, and she did not commit to that day and that time, and she offered an alternate day and time, but you didn't hear that from UrbanCast, and so they went there and they blasted her like that. But yeah, that's so he's not. They are not telling the entire story from their end.
But in their minds, Mr. Porter, a lot of things that they say, it seems like they get that straight out their head. They don't do no research. They just bring it out. And it's just weird how we can hear a story and then they do the story and it's a whole different version of the story. So sometimes I'm wondering
it's the spin that it's that Jack Hinton, Stephen Shark. I've got to posit. Mind you, Stephen Shark is a member of the DPEC. Am I correct?
Yes.
That he's an elected official. I even know nobody voted for him, and he just took a vacant seat. He is an elected official for now, right? And the DPEC, Mr. Porter, could you please bring people up to speed on what the responsibilities of the Democratic Party Executive Committee is for Rapides Parish?
Their mission is very simple. It's to elect Democratic candidates to office in Rapides Parish. Clear, straightforward, very simple. Elect Democratic candidates to office in Rapides Parish.
That's it. That's all. So when they tell you stuff like we're not Democrat, we're not Republican, and it's literally Jack and Stephen Shark, literally. It's just them two working on UrbanCast. And Stephen Shark has an elected official, has an obligation. Come on, man. But then again, some people just say, you know what they call them, a dino, Democrat in name only.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. You wonder why all the Republicans pop up on UrbanCast and why so many palm-colored people love UrbanCast so much. It's because they cater to the white folks like a black DJ playing country music at a bar. You know, they're the black DJ. But they say stuff like that is why we regularly interview elected officials, law enforcement leaders, superintendents. See, the thing is, when you built your name when you built your platform off of Republican money, don't be surprised when black folks don't want to come to you. They don't. This is them throwing a temper tantrum because nobody wants to deal with them. Nobody wants to deal with them. Nobody takes them serious, and they really, really are seeing what people are thinking. Like the engagement is low. Remember, they used to brag about all the viewership and all this other stuff. Yeah. The palm-colored people love UrbanCast because UrbanCast doesn't hesitate to tell every inkling and detail about every murder and every violent activity and every car chase and every ambulance stop they don't mind. Right? So the thing is, I want to know who's running against this Miss Baptiste lady.
That is Fredell Griffin. That's Jay Scott's sister. Now, she has run before. She has run against Sandra Franklin for school board in the past. So she's not a newcomer to elected or campaigns.
But she's definitely not a newcomer to UrbanCast. You could even say she's a friend of UrbanCast.
Who's that?
Miss Griffin.
Fredell Griffin?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So again, there's always this hidden underlying. I didn't even know that. That's why I asked the question. There's always this hidden underlying agenda with them, and I cannot. It is the most despicable, distasteful thing that black people can do. It is. It truly is. But yeah, they're talking about open invitation when just last election cycle you was charging people to come on your platform and do interviews. I remember Jerome Hopewell was one of your big contributors. Randy Wiggins was one of your big contributors. Jeff Powell was one of your big contributors. And I guess now all the money done dried up. Now you want to be fair and balanced to everybody, but nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear it. At least nobody I know. But there's people that still mess with UrbanCast, and I'm not mad at them. I just hate the way that they go about doing shit, because you really do you do low key try to disparage people, and you do try to get your lick back on people that don't want to deal with you, or just have a scheduling conflict. Even in this case, where it's literally them not telling the whole story. But that's, I don't even want to get off into that too far. But I think that's enough. Like the black guy at the chicken cookout in South Carolina. Yeah. I wanted to upload that video so bad. That man with that giant chicken fryer, and he had all them white folks around him. And they talking about drop that chicken. And I was thinking to myself, is this a bunch of white people yelling at a black man to fry chicken? And it was. It absolutely was.
It was.
It was.
I don't like how you said drop chicken, because it's kind of like dropping
hanging somebody.
Yeah, drop that chicken. And they did. They yelled at him to fry that chicken. And it was hella uncomfortable. I got to switch subjects. But before I do that, let me get over here.
You blaming the race riots on the union? That's what you're trying to say? I'm saying it worked for the Packers would none of us be eating. Look at these folks here. You see what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I see him.
No, you don't see nothing, nigga. You don't even see how grateful they is when they come up to this table for this little bit of food. When they smile and thank the good Lord for it.
Look, Heavy, we're all grateful for it. Maybe it's time the Packers did do something for us. But it wasn't the Packers that tried to give us raises so we could live halfway decent. That was the union. If the Packers paid us what we deserved, we wouldn't need no handouts. Wouldn't have to live from week to week. You don't know who your friends are.
I know what the hell a friend is, nigga. It's when somebody comes to your side when you're down and out, when everybody else don't give a good damn for you. Just go on working. Don't care whether you're living or dead. Like some old dish rag thrown into a corner. If nothing else, this ride is making folks appreciate the Packers.
What you trying to tell us? You sold out, ain't you, Heavy?
I ain't sold out to nobody. I just know which side my damn bread is buttered on.
No. You sold out. And you gonna let the Packers make you a nigger again. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. But I didn't ride that boxcar all the way up here to be the same as I left. I was nothing when I come up here. But I ain't gonna stay nothing. But that's what the Packers want from me. Get a nigga some food. Watch him kiss your feet for the rest of his life. Or you can do what you want with him. Now, he ain't gonna bat an eyeball. Give him a job. Give him a job. And it don't matter what you pay him, see. You know, watch him grin. Yeah.
Nigga! You done forgot where you come from?
No. I'm remembering.
Okay, that wasn't funny. Who was laughing?
You had that echoing for us.
That was probably, that was funny to me. I'm sorry, it was.
That's
funny.
not funny. That man was. He was telling. You know what?
He was just trying to make a point that the union had to come in. So if the Packers were so good to them, why weren't they getting paid what they were worth? Basically,
calling them Packers. I think they meant Packers.
No. Packers are those are the people who own the company. The Packers. So the Packers wasn't paying them a living wage, like we know that happens all the time. And the union stepped in, and for a long time they wouldn't let black people get in the union. Union was not. They had to fight to get into the union. So they fought to get into the union. Now they get decent wages, and that's what the young guy was trying to tell the old man. Old man said they give us some food. Remember what y'all say, the corn whiskey and the pine straws? That's basically what he was saying. I'm just saying that's what made me laugh.
And I got pine wood flows.
That's what Master do for me, and that's what he was saying. That's what the Packers are giving you. They're not trying to give you a living wage, and that's when the union steps in.
Hold on, I got another one. We're gonna get to some conversation about this data center in just a second too. Hold on.
And I think that we're all Americans at the end of the day. But if a white person got up right now and said "white power," what is your original thought on that?
Well, that's associated with the KKK.
But if a black person say "black power,"
which came about because of the Black Panthers, well, I would
Black
feel
Panthers were designated as a terrorist organization.
that's what they were called. Yes.
Well, that don't mean it was true, but I'm just saying, if you want to go back to historical context, you say that was a terrorist organization. Just say you were born 20 years ago and on the books this was a terrorist organization, and somebody go Black Power, you're like, wait a minute, that's associated with a terrorist organization. That's wrong. But then a person go white power and they go, that's wrong, but this is okay. I think that if you're gonna say that black people can say Black power, black magic, black woman power, black people are the greatest, black people deserve this and that, and if white people say the same thing, you got to be okay with it. And if you're not, you're being biased.
What?
I keep trying to tell y'all they making new ones. They like if if he came to Alexandria, he would be the most successful coon ever.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm talking about success beyond measure.
You know who would meet him at the gate?
Jock.
No, Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Lewis, Van Dyke.
Damn.
Let's see, Lewis, Van Dyke.
They would be in the
Roosevelt.
competition.
They all be running to him, hugging him. At the same time.
Man, I thought we was getting extinct out here, brother.
Come on in.
Come on in, man.
We need you.
That's wrong.
Yeah, that was
wrong. A little bit about Boyce, if you will. I want to play the song. By the way, y'all, if y'all are not following me on TikTok, hey, I don't know what y'all doing. I'm over here going viral, low key.
We don't care.
So I can't play the music, right? So I'm gonna go. Just listen to me. Hear me out. You want to know who signed the NDAs with Applied Digital and approved it without any consideration to your well-being? First, this is Ode Laverne. He is the founder and CEO of Agilus Health. He's also the owner of Kinetics, who does the city's websites, and every political campaign he wins. He successfully wins every election without even running. And I said his name on Jock Roy's fan mail on his his campaign finance report. He's donated. Now that I figured out, I remember he's over Agilus Health too. So he donates multiple times over. The next up is that's Ode Laverne. So when you guys hear us talk about Ode Laverne, that's who that is, and that's what he does. This is Jamar Gales. He's an author and a motivational speaker. I thought he was going to throw his hat in to run for mayor, but he didn't, because he's got a much better position over there at where I think he's at the England Authority, I want to say. This is Steve Mansour. He's an attorney, right? Steve Mansour. He's an attorney at law in Alexandria. This good-looking fellow is Myron Lawson Jr. His father is an insurance broker. And I'm sure you guys know who Myron K. Lawson is. I know you know. This is Zebulon Winstead. He's an attorney. He's also, I forgot all these connections existed. He's also one of the board on the board of directors for the Chamber of Commerce as well. So if you're wondering why the economic structure looks the way it looks in Alexandria, is because not only are these people on boards that can say yes or no to economic development in your community, they're also a part of business societies that can also do further damage to your community. So they're kind of double, triple, quadruple dipping, and they're all connected is the other part. This, they called him a corpse. This corpse is Patrick O'Quinn. He's a financial advisor, right? He works, where does he work at? On Versailles. So when you, listen, almost got out of my skin just now. When you start connecting the dots, right? And when you have all these people that are from a certain side of town, and the only side of town is the side of town that you see getting developed, the only side of town that you see getting the Masonic corridor and the reignite bullshit, the only people that you see are all people that live and work over there. Now, this is Charles Weems of Gold Weems, Sacks and Bruisers, which is probably the biggest lawyer bill that Alexandria has held for years and years and years. Mr. Porter tried to fix it. Mr. Fuller and them tried to fix it too, and nobody was able to fix it. Right? They get a lion's share of our legal fees. When we talk about how much Alexandria spends on lawyers, these people, his law firm, Gold Wings, they get a large lion's share of it, right? Now, this sketchy looking fellow, it says that on the screen, I'm just reading it, is Dr. Joshua Joyadera Sr. He's a pastor. Now, you want to know how this guy and this guy, hold on. This guy, I can't, there. Wait. I got to go back. There we go. I caught it. That guy and this guy are connected because, hold on, this guy's son works for this guy at his law firm. What I'm trying to tell y'all is that they've outmaneuvered black folks in such a way. Well, not black folks. They've outmaneuvered the black community in such a way that, I mean, damn, you can't even kind of you can't make it, like, I can't put it into words the way that it's happened. The way that it's happened is that they're always going to have somebody in an important place that's going to always be able to outmaneuver our best efforts. That's why the only thing that we have left is to vote these folks out. And you can't vote them out, but you can damn sure start by getting rid of that mayor and getting rid of and giving yourself a chance, giving your city a fighting chance, giving your communities a fighting chance, because these people got this shit set up. They got this shit set up. This is Trey Crump. He is the founder of a tax advisory firm, North Star Tax Advisory Group. All right. I don't know him. He's new. This is Joe McPherson. He is the vice chair of the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries and currently resides in Woodworth. If anyone knows of a private business owned by a family member, let me know. But him being the vice chairman of the LWF is enough. You don't need to, there's nothing else that he needs to have. I'm trying to tell y'all, we've been outmaneuvered, right? And it took a while to set it up. Oh, and majority of those people are Republicans.
So those are all people who signed the NDAs?
Yes.
That's for the local, right? That's not for the state.
That's all the people that signed off on the NDAs to get the data center in Boise.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
So, y'all, no matter what we're saying, those data centers are popping up all over the country, like all over the country. And I know people are fighting back, pushing back, they doing protesting and all that. These people done already, the NDAs, but these are conversations that we were never privy to, these rooms that these people have been meeting in. When we thinking they're just getting together for a golf game, they're getting together making these type of deals left and right. When they're getting together at church and they have church meetings, they're talking about what else they can do. Okay. When they're doing business meetings, right? Doing conferences, when they all go away to different places and stuff and meet up. This is what they're doing. And the reason why it's been so like doubled down on is because of the power behind all of this.
Exactly.
The political power.
That's why they talk all that. They be talking that big bullshit because they backdoored us. We could know, like, just because we know about it, a lot of times we don't mobilize quick enough to react to the stuff that they done did already.
Exactly. It's already done. Yeah,
it's already done.
Nobody, when you talk about stuff that sounds unfamiliar, people don't want to hear it. But the point is, that's the things that you need to be paying attention to, the stuff that's not familiar, issues that don't just come out of, they come out of nowhere, but they're not the normal issues that go on. That's what you have to pay attention to. That's what you got to pay attention to, think, because that's how that data center actually, if you think about it, to prevent all protests on property. I saw that, which includes a data center. They're trying to make people pay money to exercise their First Amendment right. Yeah, I saw that. That is so true. So they're sitting around coming up with different ways to shut people up from protesting against what they're doing. Because let me tell you why too. They know protesting, certain protests, not all protests, they know that protests are powerful. That's the reason why they want to shut it down. Just like with us, when it comes to Black folks, whenever we come together, it's dangerous. We ain't got to protest. We ain't got to march. Let us be together in one spot. To them, they see danger. It's the same thing with certain protests. They know they're powerful, so they want to shut people up. Yeah, that's
they don't want. They don't. The main thing is that them people, Jock is steady trying to sell this lie about Alexandria, what Alexandria is.
Yes.
Right. And the more that we have these conversations, and the more that we expose them, the more that the news catches what we're doing. Because you got to admit, KLAB and is one of YSKT's biggest fans. Jim Villard, all them folks that we talk about are our biggest fans. They're the ones that are watching us. If they're not watching us right now, they're going to be watching the replay. Because you can't tell me out of the 1,500, 1,600 views that we get per episode that it's none of them. And we know it's them. We know it's them. Right? So they don't want nobody shedding no bad light on Central Louisiana. The next board meeting is August 27th, 4 p.m., 1611 Arnold Drive. Be there. There you go, folks. Which board meeting is it? Oh, that's the England board. The Air Park Authority Board, England Authority, or whatever they call themselves. I don't know what it is. But yeah. So keep it moving. I want to talk about this. Well, we got YSKT on the line. And hold on, I got it. There it goes. So what are we looking at, YSKT?
We found the correct location for the pavilion. But it's the way that they name stuff in the minutes and the agenda that leaves you confused. A lot of the times you don't know what the hell you're looking for. So I went ahead and waxed my little gas, and turned back around a few hours later and found the right location because, I had some nice people tell me exactly where I needed to go. So these are the pavilion doors that they will be replacing. They never said how many or anything like that, but I'll backtrack and look at the minutes and see if I can find the info packet regarding it. But all I saw was the amount. And it's about 8 doors. I don't know the issue. I don't know anything like that. Missing the parachute, no.
What if there's nothing wrong with them doors? Man.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that to Peabody, though. We ain't gonna do that to them, though.
Because
I'm not gonna do that to them because they ain't lying about that.
No. I'm saying that the reason that those doors are closed is because they didn't want folks using that facility. And that there's actually nothing physically wrong with those doors. But they do need to be replaced. But I was thinking about that because of the price that they quoted. Now, $120,000 for 8 doors, 8 garage doors, basically. It seems like is not enough. And as Nat said, that's all we get. Because meanwhile,
That was one of those bags.
they want them votes bad. Hey, that's gonna cost them a lot more than 120,000. I promise you that. And it's not that's not even gonna work. Doing this is not gonna save Jock's election. These people are upset with Jock. White and black people are pissed off with Jock. White and black people. I've never seen nothing like it.
But it's because it's been the same thing over and over and over again. That's why nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
Greg said they might fix some of them and then leave it closed. Yeah, they just might.
You know what? And put that time limit on how long you can be in there.
Oh, they're definitely gonna do that.
And then close it completely down like they did the community centers.
Or
Let me ask y'all something. Hey, Mr. Porter, I got a question for y'all. So are all the community centers open or just certain ones? Are they all open to the public?
You know what I mean, Mr. Porter?
Repeat the question for me. Repeat it, please.
Okay, I was asking, is all the community centers open or just certain ones?
Just certain ones. Not all of them are open.
And why is that? Okay.
Well, because like the one in the Sonia Quarters, the Morton Center, I believe that one's still closed. Of course, the one further down near Pineville Expressway, that one's closed. Let me see what other one. I think the Bolton Community Center. Is it still open? Anyone knows? I hadn't passed there in a while.
Yeah, I think it
It
is because
should
I
be.
think
It's just not utilized.
Okay.
Nothing
And
is.
let's see where the other one. I believe the one off of Willow Glen, the MLK one, I think it's still open and functioning. I don't know how many events they have there. Ms. Velma may know if that one's still up and operating. But yeah, not all of them are open. So that's one thing. And Tavares, let me add something to the pavilion doors. Those doors, the railings where you roll the door up and it goes up like a garage door, but it's on rails.
Mm-hmm.
Those railings, I know 6 years ago, were damaged and rusted and in poor condition. You couldn't get the doors up, or if you did force them up, you couldn't get them down. I also remember at one time, I don't know if you had to pay for the use of the pavilion, but you did have to reserve it. So they would come, unlock it, remove the padlock, and push the doors up, and you get to use the inside of the pavilion and outside where it has a little table, a little canopy if you was looking at the video, and the grill, you know. So and then they would close it at night and lock it up, you know. But those doors were in bad shape. I don't know the reason why those rails went bad, if it was just rust, lack of maintenance like lubrication and oiling and sanding down. I don't know if the rollers had just worn out and nobody replaced the rollers on that carriage system, but it's been in bad shape since the last time I was in office. So I'm thinking at least 6 years it's been in that type of condition.
So that means that maintenance, that park has been neglected other than them mowing the lawn. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
That's a lot of that is not wear and tear. That's bull crap. It's not wear and tear. It's maintenance, proper maintenance. Let me tell y'all a story long time ago. I know this is going to be an old story, but real quick, and I'm going to connect it to why I'm saying what I just said. Back in the day, when Brian was alive, one of the things he talked about was he had this issue with them leaving branches and stuff on the side of the road. And from what his conversation was with one of the city workers, I don't know which one it was, but he said they're told to pick up in certain areas, and certain areas don't pick up in. This is why I'm bringing it back around to that park. I wouldn't be surprised if they're told to neglect some of those parks. And people, when you talk about stuff like this, people think that we're just making this up and we always got all this negative stuff to say. No, these people do talk to us regardless. They talk to us and they tell us a lot of things, and we don't want to jeopardize their jobs when they come to us and tell us stuff. Just like with the meter reading. We get inboxes, DMs, whatever, about the meter reading. A lot of stuff came out about that. They cannot come out and tell what's really going on behind the scenes and put, as far as them actually saying it themselves directly and we putting their names out there. But I do remember that. I remember that conversation Brian had with that city worker, and he told the city worker told Brian, we're told not to pick up in certain areas on purpose. I'm just saying. So I wouldn't be surprised if that park, that recreation park, was denied maintenance and everything else. I'm just saying. I'm done.
And it could have gone bad through extended use, where people might have used it quite a bit, and the rollers and the carriage start to require maintenance, and no maintenance was done on it.
Exactly. No maintenance was done. That's neglect.
So that could have. It could be a combination of both. But look, there was something else. I read in the comments, Brother Greg mentioned the Broadway Community Center. That's the one I had forgotten. So those, I think, were all shut down or have been closed. Broadway Community Center, the one, I forget, it starts with a C, the one right by the Pineville Expressway, and then the Martin Community Center.
Casson Street.
Casson, thank you. And then I see some comments that the MLK Center off of Willow Glen Road, it seems like it might be operating with a limited schedule. Some folks say when they go there, it's closed. Others say sometimes there's something going on there. So, yeah, so that's 4 of them that we're not really getting any use out of.
But see, in those, and this is where the community needs to speak up, because they're there for you guys. That's a federal mandate that in low income areas, I hate to use that word, or slums, like they call it. I'm being funny. Do not take that serious with me. But those areas, those are mandated, federally mandated community centers that are supposed to be built and maintained. So, and this has been going on for a while. Now, there's no programs going on in these community centers because the community is not stepping up and say, hey, I know somebody who would like to teach a math class here, or I know somebody who's good with gaming and they want to come teach how to game or stream, whatever it is that they need to know how to do. I know there's some of them don't even have internet in them, because I remember when Dr. Bowles was doing something and she had almost begged them to let the internet be in some of these community centers. So the things that are needed, the resources that are needed to operate these community centers for the community, because they are supposed to be for the community, it's not being done. And they're not hooked up and connected. And that's the kind of stuff that y'all need to be, and I'm saying y'all because y'all live in those communities. Y'all need to be protesting every year, or especially around the time school goes back in, to get ready for the next year that you have your community centers having activity. That's up to y'all. All the city does is maintain them. They need to make sure they're maintaining them. You guys need to keep them with different activities in it. That's up to y'all. Y'all can do that. You can't look for nobody else to do that. The city council member, nobody. You can do that. And I know another thing too. People can also fall into the ideal that sometimes when they need to get those community centers, it's kind of hell trying to get a community center. So think about that too. That's another way to keep people from using them. But those community centers belong to those communities, and it's the responsibility of the city to maintain them. So don't say you don't have nothing to fight for. Y'all got a list of stuff that y'all can fight for in your community. All you want them to do is get the doors open and keep the doors open so your kids can go in there, and then you guys set up the programs that they can be used in those facilities. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you're right. That's right, for taking the ASC. See, Caston Community Center used to be where COPE used to hold training for taking the ACT test. So I'm just saying, it's us. It's us. Our community centers should have something going on at least 3 to 4 times a week for our kids during the summertime and during school. Them doors shouldn't be closed. It should be something going on all the time. It's up to us. And you wonder why your kids grow up, get educated, and leave, and don't want to even talk about turning around. It's because of us not doing what the community needs. It's all us. We gotta. Like I said before, they provide the maintenance and the maintaining of those community centers, but you guys are supposed to provide the programs for your kids to better themselves. There's all kinds of classes that could be given in that community center. Cooking classes, sewing classes, life skills classes, conflict resolution classes, emotional intelligence classes, coaching for kids. When I say coaching, I'm talking about life coaching for children, for teens, youth programs, story time for the kids. I'm telling you, these things are for you guys. You guys can do that. It don't have to be nobody on the outside. Y'all can do that. But you got to have the resources to do it with. And the resources is having those community centers open. And you can demand them to be open because they are mandated by federal government. I'm just saying. I'm off my soapbox now. Now, hold up. One more thing. Mr. Porter, are you going to talk about the amendments? One of the amendments at least? Or you're not prepped? What happened? You moved us all down?
No, you were on your soapbox, so everybody was kind of giving you space.
Oh, okay. Look, not tonight. I just went over all 10 of them. I need to do a deep dive into each one.
I kind of figured that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was jumping the gun.
I kind of figured that because I started going through them, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, we're not going to be able to just explain all this.
No, look, that's why I was suggesting maybe we do one a week, you know, and I'll work on the first one so that maybe we could do it Tuesday night.
Next Thursday. I mean, it's coming Thursday.
Oh, Thursday?
Yeah.
If
you want.
Oh, okay, I'll see how far I get.
Yeah, if you get far enough on Thursday, we can do it. But if not, we'll just do it Tuesday.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, but here's the thing: those 10, as you saw, Tavares, when you read through them, there's the first thing that struck me. There's a lot missing. So right away I recognize I'm going to have to go back to the Constitution to see what it's amending, what it read previous to this proposed amendment, and try to figure out exactly what they're looking to accomplish. Because we know it's going to affect or benefit a small subset of the population. And so it's those persons who had lobbyists who went to the state legislature and encouraged them to draft these particular amendments. They are convoluted, so you have to stretch them out and be able to read what's in between those confines. It's also intentionally, I don't want to say misleading, but intentionally, I'm coming up with negative words. I was about to say deceptive, but it's hard to understand exactly what they're trying to do and why they're trying to do it. And whenever I read something like that, where it's not clear, readily clear, you can read it and understand, oh, this is what this is about. This is the group of people it's targeting to help. This is the problem it's trying to eliminate. When I can't get that from reading it, then that lets me know they're up to no good. They're trying to pull the wool over the citizens' eyes for something, you know. And we're going to see what it is they're trying to hide like that. So it's going to take some digging on all 10 of them. So I'll see how far I can get for Thursday.
Okay. That's fine by me. I see Nat came in. Nat, what's going on, baby Bubba?
Everything okay. Everything okay. I was at that Samtown Woodside community meeting yesterday. And Cynthia Perry trying to get them people beat down. It's a sad occasion. It's a sad occasion. People have concerns in that area of town, and they're older people, and I understood every one of those concerns. And Cynthia Perry told the people, come to the city council meetings and voice your concerns. Wait a minute, Cynthia, it don't work like that, because we only got 3 minutes to talk, and if it's not on the agenda, then it's not germane. Why are you telling people to come up there and voice your concerns? You see how that's misleading? And then she go get them people done like Mr. Cornelius White, because Cynthia Perry told him to come up there and voice her concern. Yeah, it's misleading and it's disheartening, you know, to say come voice your concerns at the city council meeting. No, we don't have to go to the city council meetings when you are here right now. You're supposed to fight for the people. You're supposed to fight for the people who got out of their bed and cast their vote for you to represent them. And if you're not doing that, and if I and the people got to come up there to voice concerns, why do we have you up there? Why?
Yeah, well,
we don't have to go to the city council meeting and look, it got to be Tavares. She's not telling the people that it has to be on the agenda. You see, that ain't right. She need to tell people it has to be on the agenda. Because if they ain't on the agenda, they can't talk. They can't talk about it. And you remember what Jack Roy told her? You got to be stern to the Negro. You got to make sure the Negro don't have no kind of stand up in his bone. Make sure this, you know. And I don't like when people do people like that. Let them know the whole truth, because if not, you'll get a lot of people put in a bad situation.
Yep.
All because she's not telling the whole truth. And we need more younger people, 24 to 45. We need them to stand up, because hey, this affects you. If you plan on staying in Louisiana or Alexandria and Louisiana, this affects you. These elections affect you the most. You know, because some of those old people, they got it made, you know. They just got a little problem they got to work out, but it's disgusting. And You know, I like the meeting we had with Mr. Greg. You know, he done a damn good job explaining. We got to get him out there a little bit more, but he done a damn good job explaining. And I think with him, Gerber Porter, and a few others on the city council with the same agenda to make it better for all. But first us, I think that's a good way to look at stuff. I mean, Mr. Porter's not saying this, I'm saying that. You know, Greg not saying that, I'm saying that. We have to start fighting, and at the polls is the place we can start fighting at. But we got to learn what we're fighting for. And that's what a lot of people don't know, what we're fighting for and how we're fighting. Because I looked in that Sam Tower Woodside meeting group, and about 6 days ago, a lot of people thought Mr. Porter and Gregory Scott was running for mayor. If you could, Tavares, go pull it up. And about 6 days ago, they thought all three of them were running for mayor.
Boy,
and they thought they were splitting the vote. They wasn't doing it. But people got to be knowledgeable of what's really going on. So if you got time, you can go see that. You'll see how many people thought that.
Where's that at?
I'm gonna go back and be quiet. Sam Town Woodside meeting group.
Oh, they thought. Okay. They thought that they was
about 6 days ago. Yeah, if you go read the comments, a bunch of them thought all three of us running for mayor. They not well informed. Now, Sam Town Woodside group, they did say, "Hey, look, no, they're not all running for mayor," but just to think, a lot of them people thought they were all running for mayor is a problem.
But that's because that's what they used to. That's what they used to seeing. They used to being, yeah. Exactly. So the first time that I'm kind of glad that the field worked out the way. Man, let me tell you something. Everything always come out in the watch, and having these people that are going running unopposed, right? Because you see who's running unopposed and where they live at.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So having them run unopposed, this should tell everybody something. Once them people get their people in place, they don't move them. They don't work against them. They don't set them up. They don't Steven Shark them. They don't Derek Alexander them. They don't Sterling Brown them. You know, they don't try to backdoor them and none of that other stuff. They let the people. They like the what's that Harry Silver they way through life. You know, Harry Silver held onto that seat until he died. He bled and died. He held onto that seat till it was over with. Matter of fact, he was voting for the city council from his deathbed. That's how they like to do stuff.
Voting while he was in the upper room.
Wait a minute. Now I know what you're insinuating, and I don't like where you're going with this because we can't pull up none of them agendas and find out what he did.
He's in the upper room.
Y'all wrong.
He bled and died.
But we as black people, we got to do better. I mean, we make up excuse. I don't see nobody making up excuse to go to a trail ride. I don't see him, and I mean this, and I stand on it. If anybody got something to say, they can just meet me front and center. We don't have no excuse when it comes down to going to a concert. No excuse when it comes down to sitting in line to pay $300 or $400 for some Jordan tennis shoes. But as soon as it's time to stand up for yourself, well, I got a tummy ache. My car got gas in it, so I can't go. Yeah, they'll say the car got gas in it, so they can't go. They'll make them every excuse not to stand up for themselves. Let some Jordans come out. They'll have a line around the store, buy some tennis shoes. And you got to work 3 jobs at $7.20, whatever the minimum wage is, to make sure you can afford those tennis shoes. And you'll be damn proud of it to get them. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's real sad. But going on, I'm back to listening.
No, listen. I got your back. Hold on. I got to get these comments in. Miss Leader, I'm glad you said what you said about the community centers. Nat gets a laughy face. He gets one every episode. Just like that man in D.C. All right, now you trying to make me have a flashback moment.
Well, now I want black folks to understand why only black neighborhoods got community centers. I can't hear you, Mr. Leader. Are you on mute?
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's because the government sanctioned for low income areas to
Areas
have.
that had community centers.
I learned that from Mr. Porter, and I retained it.
Okay, now,
Yeah.
Okay. So if the federal government sanctioned to be in there, once again, this is the state of Alexandria. You don't tell us what to do. We do what we want to.
Exactly.
If the federal government sanctioned to be in there, then the state or the city should sanction to be functioning openly, properly,
At all times.
and functioning at all times. Because guess what? Because they use the people in the neighborhood when it's time to get grant money. Oh, we got a bunch of poor Negroes over here. We got a bunch of poor Negroes over here, and we need that grant money.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Utilize the grant money then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now that Riverfront Center, that Riverfront, I'm not calling it no Ned Randolph. It's Riverfront. It will always be.
It's the Ran. That's what it's called. The Ran.
Now, y'all know that's in District 3, right? You know that sits in District 3.
That's the most money District 3 gonna get.
And it went straight to that. Exactly. Y'all
Johnny Downs sits in District 1.
You sure do.
Yep.
They moved it into District 1. So they can say, look at the money we spend in District 1.
Mm-hmm. So keep in mind, y'all.
They like to play in your face.
Yep. Downtown Alexandria is in District 3. You look at downtown Alexandria and then look at where you at. I just want to let y'all know, because the grant money don't come down to District 3 in the end that it needs to be in. But that Randolph Center, now, that Riverfront, I said it, damn, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. That Riverfront Center, go up in there and see what them people up in there doing.
Go in there and see if you can go in there first.
Yes, first
see if you can get in there.
And then find out how many employees up in there, find out their salaries. Because we already know that center don't be nobody don't be moving nothing up in that center. Ain't that much stuff. They claim, you ever notice, and I don't know if they still do it or not, but remember they used to come to the city council meetings to tell us what is it called? The tourism.
Yeah.
Give them their numbers of how many people don't come visit Alexandria and stayed in the hotels and all that. You know, all that. That's where some of that information come from, right?
You know what's really funny? He had y'all out there dancing in the rain at King George, and literally 300 feet away was a goddamn Riverfront City where you could have been inside. You could have been inside.
Well, Mr. Leader, didn't Jock Rogers do that with the zoo? Say all people came from billions of countries away just to come to the Alexandria Zoo?
Yes, he sure did. He sure said that. You're right.
He said 1 billion countries and Africa.
Yeah. Now, you somebody from Africa is going to come over to our zoo when their whole lives are zoos. When I say zoos, I'm talking about.
Whoa. Ease up, Klansman.
Okay, I'm saying because they see the animals up front and center. That's what I'm talking
ease
about.
up, Klansman. That's not necessarily true.
That sounds like Clarence Thomas.
That ain't.
Thomas, go ahead.
That ain't true, Mr. Leader.
That's racist.
Okay.
Yeah. How dare you? They have
zoos.
Modern day cities in Africa.
Yeah.
Yes, they have zoos. That's what I'm saying. So you think they're going to get on the plane and come all the way over here to America and go to their zoo?
They go, no, that's the Alexandria Zoo. That's the one they're going to come to.
Alexandria Zoo.
Because we got a new leopard. We got a baby jaguar.
Whatever. It's not happening. I know if I was from Africa, where I know that there's lions, tigers, and giraffes, and elephants. You think I'm?
I got a question for you. Did they bleed and die?
May have been violated. It's just a slap.
We can't hear it. Can't hear it.
You can't hear it. Why can't you hear it? That's ridiculous. This should be on every channel 3 times a day. Let me take this down and run it back. This should be on Channel 4 at least 3 times a day. That man said he went to bat for his ancestors over this gerrymander shit. He said, how dare you compare this gerrymander shit that we're doing? Is what he say?
And the guilt just flowed out of his mouth, all that guilt, because they know what they were doing was wrong.
The Voting Rights Act may have been violated. It's just a slap in the face of every African American. Bled and died.
I said what I
Okay,
said.
who bled and died.
I said what I
Bled
said.
and died.
I said what I
Who
said.
bled and died.
So it doesn't really hurt you. So
It does hurt.
Yeah.
It does hurt.
I know everything that you just said. I know everything. It's fair.
The goddamn bled
Why
and died.
did they call Miss Goins? Why didn't they call Miss Goins? They called Miss Bell. They should have called Miss
heard
Goins.
that. You see how that's
Yeah. They should have called Miss Goins to calm down.
yeah, because he's allowed to do that. You know,
You'll get it later.
I got it. I got it already. I got it.
Yeah, they wrong.
Greg said they put a slide in Cheatham Park and painted the basketball court. What more do y'all want?
Yeah.
Oh, he was speaking of the edibles coming from other countries. That's a little racist. That's a little racist. Those poor edibles depressed at the zoo. They need to be released back into the Yeah, Miss Linda did. She told his ass up. I said what I said.
Oh, geez, that was funny.
I'm trying to tell y'all, we I don't know if y'all know how much trouble we done caused, good trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And
we was at the table, so she was on the menu.
Yeah. Yep.
But she ate him up. That's what happened.
Yeah, he ended up not knowing. He walked right into that one.
Yeah, he walked into that one. Yeah,
Well, you know.
Go ahead.
Well, they have a tendency to do that because you remember when we got they let Gary Johnson take over the utility meeting because they figured that he can control black people, and he oh yeah, I'm gonna take it over. I'm gonna teach these Negroes. Nigga, please, you don't scare nobody. But that's what they do, Get him, Johnson. Get him. Sick him. I mean, it's just so much I can say about this. It's borderline humiliating. It's like being a white man hound dog.
Exactly.
And you attack the black people for the white man, and you're gonna get scraps just what a dog eats. That's exactly what you're gonna get. You're gonna get scraps.
Yep.
You're not gonna get no steak. You're gonna get weenies.
Beanie weenies. You ain't gonna get the good weenies. You're gonna get the beanie weenies.
Wait a minute. What's wrong with beans and weenies? What's wrong with that?
Johnson changed. You can't eat that no more. That's bad for your stomach.
Yeah. Walmart done recalled it. That's what's wrong with it.
Yeah, that's bad for your stomach.
We're back in the spotlight last night. The council revisited redistricting after Mayor Jacques Roy vetoed their move to go back to the 2022 maps. The debate got heated, with council members and residents clashing over fairness, representation, and politics. Residents once again packed council chambers, voicing frustration over the redistricting.
I wish the mayor would have listened to the citizens.
Councilman Jules Green led the push to overturn Mayor Jacques Roy's veto. He says it's because the 2022 maps were unanimously approved by the council and had support of the residents.
It's simply going back to what the entire city agreed to.
Those 2022 maps were designed to evenly balance the city, with 9,055 residents in each of Alexandria's 5 council districts. But resident Shakala Jones says the 2024 redistricting ignored public input and crossed the line.
You did what you wanted to do for your own benefit. And I think this is some of the most prejudiced and racial things I have ever seen go on right here.
District 4 Councilwoman Lizzie Felter, who pushed for the 2024 maps, defended her actions, saying she was focused on improvement, not politics.
That's what I sought to do. There's a lot of chatter, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of comments that are not true.
You ever notice how anytime black people say something is always foolishness? Like how Jonathan Goins just said what Miss Linda was saying was foolishness. I get offended by foolishness. And he kept on saying that, right? And then Villard said that he's common sense and dollars and cents and he's Cincy and he like Etsy, and yeah, he got the babbling about sense. And then he was talking about how he's the common sense person and he don't like foolishness. Then you got her, Lizzie Felter up here talking about noise and chatter and foolishness, right? The problem is, and Mr. Porter, you can correct me if I'm wrong. My main issue with the foolishness that they perpetrate, yes, that they perpetrate, is that the whole reason that she wanted to move those lines around was because she wanted the people that elected her to have a fair chance at electing her again. Am I correct?
What she did, and she stated this, let me just give you the timeline. So in June of that previous year, she went to the Rapides Area Planning Commission and directed them to redraw the maps. Now, she has no authority to do so. Okay, she cannot go out on her own, even though she's a elected councilwoman. She has no authority to go out and direct the activities of a contractor. And Rapides Area Planning Commission is a contractor. Okay, there is a procedure to go through and do that. And the procedure is, since the maps were redrawn in accordance with the Department of Justice guidelines, the way that you challenge the maps, once they've been approved, you challenge those maps in court. You don't write another ordinance and just redistrict, okay? So that's a violation. That's what she did. But now that was June, she directed them. Now the following January, she sends a text message to Cynthia Perry and Gary Johnson and say, I have redrawn the maps. I moved my precinct back into District 4. I had to move some of your precincts around in District 2 and 3. You might want to go look at the maps at the Rapides Area Planning Commission and tell me what you think. Okay, now, that note, that text in January that she sent to the other two whose districts were being changed around, right? So Elizabeth Felter decided she was going to play musical precincts with these districts and just moving them all around. And she moved hers, which was in District 3 now, she moved it back to District 4. And when she did that, she upset the apple carts in District 1, District 2 and 3. Okay. And also it violated the charter because it was no longer equal amounts in each district like it was before she tampered with it. But in her text to Cynthia Perry and Gary Johnson, it clearly outlined, I did this to move my precinct back in District 4. That was the only reason. All this other stuff about community, maintaining community of interest, protecting culture, and doing all this. No, that's nothing but BS. She did that because she didn't want to be in District 3 and she would have to run in District 3. And so she said, nope, I don't want to be in a district that's 80% black. I'm going to upset everything and put me back in District 4. And look, by the next census, 2030, you can't stop what's happening. the white folks are leaving the city and people are moving further and further into the city. And so what's happening, District 4 is going to have to reflect that, because you can't expand anywhere past the city boundaries. You can only move into the city to redraw the maps. So all she did was delay the inevitable for 4 years. But at the same time, she created all this havoc. And look, and her community, they're celebrating her like she the new Joan of Arc type.
Really sticking to those colors.
Yeah, exactly right. She's now the darling flower of the Confederate South, in Alexandria. And but let me remind you, Joan of Arc was burned at the stake. Okay. So
Wait. I think the thing was that she said all this about the fair voting to give her constituents a chance to. The thing is, nobody ran against her.
Right.
She ran unopposed.
And they're so proud of her, just like you're saying. She stood up to those big bad blacks,
Not the big bad black.
And
yeah, so she's their heroine now.
Yeah.
But all of that's going to come to an end. It's inevitable, because you can't keep doing the majority of the city wrong like that. You can't continue to try and implement an apartheid system in Alexandria and try to marginalize the majority of the population. My goodness, it would be so much easier just to be fair with people, just to be fair. But that's not in their purview. They cannot conceive of having a fair situation in Alexandria. And then what got me was they turned around and they tried to use the Voting Act, which was established to help protect the minority class. They used that against us, claiming that they were the ones that was affected. And look, this had nothing to do, the redistricting had nothing to do with race. The drawing of the maps was not trying to achieve any kind of racial balance. It was trying to achieve a numerical balance, not racial, numerical. But what happened was, to do that, to achieve that, we had to move District 3 further into the city of Alexandria. And it encompassed her precinct. And she was like, no way, hold it, stop. This is not going to happen. And write a ordinance to do it. Now, this is something that folks need to keep in mind. Her ordinance that she had put through, Jack Roy didn't sign that ordinance. He allowed it to go into effect after 10 days without signing it. But then the Fair District Ordinance to revert back to the 2022 districts, he decided he was going to conduct a 2-day marathon kangaroo court with all that false justification, and also limited who could speak. I mean, it was just a facade. The whole thing was a shambles. But then he vetoes the Fair District map. So the first time it comes across his desk, he takes no action. I'm not in this. I'm going to let, this is city council business. I'm going to let it pass into law without my signature. But then the next time he decided, oh no, we're going to convene 2 days of a kangaroo court, and we're going to parade Trey Gist and Elizabeth Felter up and let them speak ad nauseum on this. and all this nonsense, and then he's going to veto it and claiming provisions in the Voting Rights Act. This was never about trying to redraw the district lines to get a racial balance. That was not it. It was redrawing the lines in accordance with the charter to achieve a numerical balance. And they just totally went off in left field, blast off into outer space and going to who knows where and trying to wave the banner of the Voting Rights Act.
But Mr. Porter, too, keep in mind, she gerrymandered the areas that was making the money back into District 4 because you got to remember it was taken out. Am I right?
That's right. Yeah.
So in order for Masonic Drive corridor to happen, whatever you want to call it, the Masonic corridor to happen, that's why Jock Roy got involved, because he had to make sure that everything was in place.
Go ahead and label it reignite.
Yeah.
That's what he had to make sure of. See, they figured it out. Like, okay, so Lizzie, this is what you need to do because we got to have this. This has already been in place. This is why I say, you guys, we don't pay attention to a lot of stuff that they do. They do a lot of stuff in the dark. So this was already planned. They just had to figure it out how they was going to go about putting everything where they needed it to go in order for reignite to take place. And this is where they found that loophole at. Now, I'm going to say this, Mr. Porter, and it's nothing against y'all not fighting in court. From what Malcolm said was, since they were going to be able to do certain things, they decided not to take it to court or whatever happened. But this is the end result of it now.
Well,
That's right.
Can I say this before Mr. Porter say that? Now, you know the way that you can fix this, right? You can elect Gerber Porter, you can elect Greg, and you could get Malcolm in there, and we could just put it back on the books the same way they took it off the books.
Exactly. But yeah,
It's fixable. It's definitely fixable.
That's it. But
And once you put it on the books, if you put Greg up there and you got Mr. Porter up there, you got your 5 votes, and it'll be veto proof. So that's why elections are important. We can still fix this particular problem. Now, if you want to talk about upsetting the apple cart, just imagine they what they call it, scale and sped their way through reignite just to have the districts redrawn and have all that money flow right back into districts 2 and 3. Just imagine the level of anger and outrage there'll be.
Yeah.
So I look at things like that from that perspective.
No, it makes sense. But I was just going back to reiterate the ideal that look where we at now. If we would have went on and did the case and fought it in court, and then it come out to say what they did was wrong. But I get it. I can see it.
I was thinking the long term. I like to think of solutions that, like, the problem already exists, right? So what's the solution to work around? The solution to work around would be to get people in office that can move the lines back just like they just did, because their argument was the lines could be moved anytime.
Yeah,
what he said.
That's what he said.
The lines can be moved anytime.
That's right.
So let's see if that really works.
Because if you think about it, y'all, that came out of nowhere. That's why I said it was already planned.
It was the beginning of reignite.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Reignite.
Yep.
Let me play some more of this.
Felter says her constituents prefer the 2024 maps over the 2022 maps.
They support these maps. They support the mayor vetoing this. They are for it.
Rapides Parish Police Juror Jay Scott said in a previous council meeting that he never sees Felter in the district they share as elected officials, and he made this promise to Felter in council chambers.
We're going to make sure that we put you back in seat. Make sure we get you out.
Felter then addressed her council, saying there's already been an election under the 2024 maps.
Everyone talks about supporting their districts. That's exactly what I'm doing here. Giving my district the opportunity for them to decide whether they're going to reelect the incumbent or not.
That was the lie she sold, right? But she ran unopposed.
And look, you see, they talk about they had an election under her maps. That was a fiasco because they forced it through. It wasn't enough time for the registrar of voters office to change the precinct registers. So 51 people got the wrong ballot. And get this, Malcolm Lawrence defeated Reddick Washington by 17 votes. There were 51 people with the wrong ballots.
Damn.
And that was all because of Elizabeth Felter. The other thing was, you're supposed to, when you're making major changes like that, you're supposed to have a 30-day layover. They only had a 2-week layover. So they violated the city charter there also. So there were so many violations. And then here's a few other violations. Jim Villard was president of the city council at that time. Elizabeth Felter went to Rapides Area Planning Commission to have them do work. They had no contract. So then they tried to cover that up because that's a violation. You can't do that. You can't authorize work without a contract and without approval. All right. So she authorized work without a contract and without approval. And then when they recognized that, they came back, and then Jim Villard writes a letter after the fact telling Rapides Area Planning Commission, well, just charge it to the contract that you had in 2022 when you did the first set of maps. Now, how are you going to do that?
You can't back charge something that's already closed.
That's right. And that was 2022. This was 2024. You're going to charge it to something that was to a contract that we used to draw the original maps in 2022? That's a violation. That is wrong as well.
You said
and Jim Villard sent that letter to them to do that.
That was Jim Villard that did that. See?
Jim Villard did that.
And that's even more reason y'all don't understand when we tell y'all about getting out and voting. This is what we're saying. There's reasons why these people need to be out. You know what? Yeah, Lizzie Felter went unopposed. But you know how you stop her from doing this shenanigans and foolishness? You take away the help that helped her do it. You get rid of Villard and you get rid of Jock. Those are the two people that was helping her do all this.
That's right. That's right.
You know, you disable it. Just like they do in with us. Just like I just showed y'all, all those people that signed those NDAs, those are organized. There's nobody that's going to stop them from doing what they're doing. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Porter.
And then on the heels of that, then that's when she turned around and she, at that time, she was vice president of the city council, and she calls a meeting. Now, a vice president cannot call a meeting. The president can, or 4 members of the city council can get together and call a city council meeting. But she called one as vice president. Now, that's a violation. And that was all to try and preempt Gator from installing Angie Vornado as director. That's why she was trying to do that, because Gator had a meeting scheduled. So she's going to call a meeting before Gator's meeting to change out a Gator commissioner so that they could vote and not approve Angie Vornado as the director. So, I mean, and then she wrote that scathing letter defaming Angie Vornado, who's been in that job for 23 years. And talking about, this is so important and we need to conduct a national search to get the most qualified person.
That never happened. And then
no,
she gonna
never happened. But look, Gator's income that they get from the hotel motel tax, it's about $1 million or so. The city of Alexandria have $241 million. So if Elizabeth Felter really felt that strongly that this is so important, we need that money, well, go in, submit a budget supplement, move some money around, put $1 million into economic development for the city of Alexandria. That's what you do. You don't have to go raid Gators piggy bank and take their money. You know, if it was truly, as stated in her letter, that important to the city of Alexandria, and it's not that important. They just want to make sure none of that money finds its way into the poor economic areas, neighborhoods of Alexandria. That was their goal. We do not want somebody else who can take money and put it in those areas. The only money that's going to go in those areas is the money that we say we're going to spend it. And we're going to tell you how we're going to spend it.
Well, doesn't that go back to what I was saying earlier about these people that sign this NDA stuff? They've got their people in place. They don't want anybody but their people in place to do anything economic wise. Now, mind you, she wrote that scathing letter against Ms. Varnado, right? And then she turned around and picked John Callis.
Yeah.
And John Callis went around drunk driving. That's not alleged he did it. Just because you can't find the paperwork doesn't mean he didn't do it. We got the screenshots.
And he beat up teenage girls too.
Beating up teenage girls and stuff. See, let me tell you something. This stuff that, like, what if you guys don't think that race plays a part in Alexandria, I need you to wake up. Whether you white listening to this or whether you black listening to this, wake up. Stop being oblivious to the obvious. Just because they pick a few colored people to shine their badges and let them be the example of what black folks should be in Alexandria. I don't want to be Patrick Van Dyke when I grow up. I don't want to be Reddix Washington. If I'm running for a political office, I don't want to be like Gary Johnson and get an endorsement from Jock Roy. That's like a kiss of death to me. I don't want to be like Reddix Washington and get an endorsement from Jock Roy as a black man. I don't want to be like Jonathan Goins and having to do all the jock dirty work as a black man, or Michael McCaffrey. I don't want to be those people when I grow up. Because those people aren't people with backbones. Those people are people. What you say? What's the back of the shirt say, Mr. Porter?
A man can't ride your back unless it's bent.
And these boys done put saddles on their back. And Jock wears the spurs. And he rides them boys off into the sunset. It's just what it is. It's not. That's not. Come on. It didn't. I need Shamir because she could tell me whether or not that was weird.
She said, "I don't want to." She said, "I don't want to be anything Dyke."
She's just as bad as me. I've affected people.
That should be their choice. An incumbent should not be written out of their district.
But District 2 Councilman Gary Johnson pushed back.
Did your homework and you talked to your people, but you didn't talk to my people. Because
why would she talk to your people? You're in two different districts.
And that because he's saying that because she gerrymandered some of his people. That's why he was saying that. And you know that.
She upset the apple cart in districts 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's what she did. That's right.
Just to move her precinct back into District 4.
And that's the only thing he ever said that was really like legit.
So she caused a lot of collateral damage in districts 2 and 3 just to satisfy her own personal goal of getting her house back in District 4.
District 4.
Your home was moved out of your district, right? Am I right? So let's change the map. That's why I look at it. That's something I would never have done.
Johnson says his main concern with Felter's redistricting effort in 2024 was that residents did not know who their representative was.
You were saying that you did what you had to do. Congratulations to you. But you didn't do it for all the people. You didn't do it for the people that I know. Because a lot of them looking at me sideways, not saying, I don't see you in my community because I'm not your representative.
No, from what I heard is never mind. But Gary Johnson knows what the word is.
In October, Council President Cynthia Perry introduced the ordinance to revert to the 2022 maps, saying she was responding directly to public concerns.
I didn't do it for division among my colleagues.
Wait a minute. I'm remembering this incorrectly. She's the one that made it go back.
Okay, she's the one submitted the ordinance.
She vetoed. No, that was the Gator stuff. Never mind.
And then she submitted it to go to the other map.
To go back to return to the 2022.
Oh, okay. Maps. I thought I was remembering it wrong. Okay, hold on.
Nah, this is about the only time she did it right.
I didn't do it to please the mayor. I did it because the citizens had spoke.
Hey, who is that?
Who is that, Queen? Queen of Universal.
I don't know who that is, you guys. Do y'all know who that is?
She loved green.
At the previous meeting, saying what they wanted. And so
I'm back.
All I did was revisit it to give the citizens what they wanted.
When Green's motion to override the mayor's veto went to a vote, it failed to gain the needed 2/3 majority. Councilman Larvadain, Green, Johnson, and Perry voted yes. Villard, Fowler, and Felter voted no.
Which is why we need to get rid of
He should have just said the blacks voted yes, the whites voted no. He should have just went in and did it. Because that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
That's what happens every time.
That's the reason why Villard needs to go and sit at home and ramble and babble about his recipes of jambalaya. Point blank. That is going to be my.
Well, you got to put more corn mush in the jambalaya to make.
Let him sit with his wife and babble.
You got to make it make sense. Yeah. So I like good sense. I like to put cloves in my jambalaya. You ever put cloves in your jambalaya? I ground up the cloves and I use them to.
That's him sitting there talking to his wife. That's right. Or it's whoever he got talking to, babbling on and on about what you put in your jambalaya.
He reminds me of George Bush Jr.
Yes, that's who he reminds me of too, Tavares. You're right. He sure
Result, the 2024 maps remain in place.
This should show you who has the last say, no matter what item on the agenda is voted upon.
Councilman Malcolm Larvadain says his main concern is the decline in Alexandria's population. According to census data, Alexandria saw a decline between 2022 and 2024. Projection data shows the population will continue to decline by 2030.
In 4 more years, we could easily have the same situation where the lines need to go one place and politics are going to play it going another place. So as a council, as a city, we need to make some serious decisions.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at him alone. Like, oh shit! I wonder what he's thinking.
Go home. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, he's thinking about fishing.
Come together for the betterment of the citizens.
Perry addressed the city administration and Mayor Roy, who was not in the room during the council's discussion on redistricting. He did show up about 40 minutes after the meeting started.
When we ask for things, we would like them done in a timely manner.
The problem is, right?
It sounds so performative.
Yeah, because what happened to this clown?
Damn.
She part of the circus. That's why I said clown.
Damn. Y'all just mean as hateful as shit. So what I'm trying to figure out is okay, so the way that you can always determine that Jock has his finger on something is if he's not there. If he's not there and it's being discussed and he comes back and vetoes it, listen,
this was all Jock's plan, because Jock's big coup de grace was going to be Reignite. Reignite wasn't going to happen with those district lines the way they were.
That's
because majority of the commerce they needed out of District 2. They needed out of District 4. Out of District 3. Majority of that commerce needed to be where they could put it in that Masonic corridor. That's the reason the line was moved. This facade about letting people vote and pick their, nobody even ran against her. And as Mr. Porter pointed out, as a reward for her doing this, they made sure she stayed in office.
Yep.
Nobody was going to run against her anyway.
So that was a lie that she moved them lines off of. That was a
They hid it behind the voting. It was a double Uno reverse behind the Voting Rights Act.
Yeah.
And that all of this was a performance.
Yep.
Don't forget the performance. Yeah.
Because look what happened. Nobody ran against her. So it had nothing to do with no doggone votes or nobody being able to vote for the right people or the person they wanted. She knew that from the get-go. That was just a lie she told.
Cynthia Perry said a timely manner, but she is okay with Cheatham Park getting done in 2030. Damn. You can't listen. You're not going to beat those allegations, man. Let's go ahead and wrap this up.
We would like to get a response when we email or we call or we text. Just respond if it's no more than say, I'll get back with you.
She ended with a pointed message, quoting scripture directed at the mayor.
Jesus. You know, scripture's all right.
No,
I'm good with scripture, right? But, ma'am, the people just got gerrymandered. Is there a scripture for that? They just got you like Jock just sat up here and vetoed request to move the lines to where they're supposed to be.
I just can't. You know what? I can't stand the performances. That's what I can't stand. I can't stand.
Mom, I'm getting like that too. I can't.
I just stop doing. Just be yourself.
Not only just be yourself. Just go ahead and say what the hell you was trying to do.
Yeah.
That way we can all be on the same page.
Yeah, we'll get it. We can get it. People would understand better if you quit playing the games. That's all. Stop playing games.
So a person who stir up division after warning him once and then twice have nothing more to do with him.
How are you going to separate yourself from the mayor?
From Jock Roy.
You're the damn council.
The next time she was on there, they were smiling and laughing and giggling.
Man, I'm talking about 30 minutes later.
Her whole attitude changed.
30 minutes later.
Yeah, that's why I can't do people like that. You're either going to be mad or you're not. I'm sorry. I don't play that. I can't play that up and down. To me, I can't. If I don't like you, I don't like you.
Here's the rest of the story.
No. Hold on. But like, I don't like when a lot of people throw God in the mix and they always like, oh, God will handle this and that. But y'all forgetting that God stood up for himself too. Well, Jesus stood up for himself too.
Jesus was a rebel, and I don't.
You know what I'm saying? He stood up for himself. He ain't no punk like y'all up there in the city council.
He was not no meek, mild little thing. He didn't do that. Praise me and hold me and worship me. He didn't do all that when he was taking
went in there flipping over tables.
Okay. And I don't know where people get this attitude that we got to always bow our head and pray on everything. Just do it. Get things done.
Right.
Just get things done. Come on now.
Church people be using certain scriptures. That's all.
Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, but you know, that's right. They pick and choose the scriptures they want to use when they try to beat you up with it. No, I'm not moved by that. You can't make me feel guilty about the Bible or anything.
No, nobody should ever make you feel guilty though.
Yeah,
Jesus
but
didn't make us feel guilty. Yeah, I know. Oh, that's a whole nother topic. I'm gonna be quiet.
That is.
Look, like Mr. Lita say, I'll be quiet.
She never says that. What are you talking about?
She say, let me get off my soapbox.
Yeah, I have to get off my soapbox because I can't stand that bringing the Bible in everything. The Bible don't belong in everything. I'm sorry.
The book of Roy says, I'll give it in, I'll take it away.
I'll take it and put it in Johnny down.
That's verse 16. Chapter 2, verse 16. I'm going to take it and put it in Johnny Downs.
And I'm going to take it and put it in Reignite.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it and put
Yeah.
it in
Thou
what was
shalt
it,
not
restore.
forsaken thou reignite. It is a grant and a loan.
We should
Verily I
call this
say,
day. We should call this day Reignite Day.
That's
reignite.
right. We're gonna have a reunite day, y'all. We're gonna have to put one together.
And hopefully somebody from the administration will finally present a cost benefit analysis for this thing that they're calling Reignite.
Exactly.
And hopefully they can connect the dots.
Exactly.
Because I'm still trying to connect the dots with this hodgepodge of a grab bag of projects, all labeled under the title of Reignite.
Mr. Porter, I wanted to explain this to you. So in the FAQ, right? In the FAQ, they had this section called the ACEs, right? And I'm assuming that it was the 4 key elements that people are going to want to come to. One was shopping, one was the zoo, one was the parks, and one was dinner.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much.
It's on the city's website. You could just pull it up. You're just lazy.
No.
Okay, and look, here's the thing. They keep touting that they want to go to the bond market for $40 to $50 million of bonds. All right, and that'll strap us for the next 30 years. But the thing is this: where is that revenue going to come from to pay the annual interest on those bonds for the next 40 years? And if this project had a cost benefit analysis, it would tell us how much money this project is going to bring in every year. And then how much of that money could be used to pay the interest on the bonds. Now, if you don't have money coming in from these Reignite projects, because it's not going to grow any revenue, pickleball is not going to generate revenue. The tennis courts is not going to generate revenue. The splash pad, all these things, the zoo loses money. It loses $1 million a year. It's not generating revenue. So where is the money going to come from to pay the interest on these $50 million of bonds every year? It's going to come out of our general fund. And when that comes out of our general fund, we have less money to spend on projects around the city of Alexandria. So we end up even further and deeper in the hole than what we were before this. And that's why there is no cost benefit analysis for the Reignite program.
Well, wait a minute. Wait, Mr. Porter. Now, he said along the corridor in those buildings that there were going to be medical facilities, different kind of clinics and stuff. So that's where the money was going to be coming from. I'm just saying. I'm not.
Okay, well, let's explore that.
That's where the money, I guess that would be where your return on investment would be, is if you have clinics and different doctor offices along that corridor. And those, I guess they're going to redo those buildings there, I guess. I don't know. But
they're going to charge rent and make the money? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, to doctors, yes, exactly. Exactly, to clinics, to healthcare,
we don't have no
insurance, all that stuff, you know.
We don't have doctors, man.
But wait now. Who owns those buildings?
That's what I'm saying. You talking about getting money through a third party. Like that money's going to have to pass through several people's hands for it ever get back to the city.
I'm just saying, he said that's what he was going to. You got to do what Reignite said it was going to do. Now I'm telling y'all what it said. Okay,
yeah, well, look, that's good. That's good that you brought that. You identified that because, first of all, the city doesn't own that property. So if the city did, they could sell it and maybe make some revenue. All right. But that's one-time revenue, right? That's not over the course of the life of these bonds. All right. The second thing is this. If the city does not own the property, which they do not, and businesses, medical facilities move in there, the only money the city gets would be property taxes from the owner of that property. Okay, that'll go into the city, and 2.5 cents on a dollar of anything that's sold or services provided in those medical facilities. So that's it. 2.5 cents on every dollar.
And the utilities.
Take 2.5 cents and divide that into 50 million and see how much money you got to make from those medical facilities to get that, just to break even.
That's like $1 billion.
Yeah, you're not going to get that. I mean, that's why there is no cost benefit analysis for this this harebrained scheme or scam called Reignite. It is not going to generate revenue. It's not going to attract business.
I'm just saying, that's what he said. That's what he said when he did the whole presentation. One of the things he said was some medical facilities was going to be in those buildings. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if Cabrini or Rapides General plan on buying those properties or what. Now, y'all got to now keep in mind now, across from the park and across from next door to the adult emporium, don't that belong to Lee, what's his name, Lee Rubin? Don't that dry cleaners or whatever that was there?
It's not there anymore.
Okay, so who's to say that the family don't sell that building to somebody?
Right.
But you see, just like the point you made from that project, okay, you could throw these pie in the sky hopes, dreams, concepts, and hope it sticks to the wall and stuff. But there is no practical, logical, rational way that this would come to fruition.
I know.
There just isn't. And that's what the mayor is selling. And that's what the people he's sending out there to blow the trumpet, blow the horn about Reignite. That's what he has them going out and doing.
Exactly. Now, another thing, Mr. Porter. Okay, so don't you think it's kind of convenient that Coca-Cola all of a sudden now is expanding they're spending $106 million on expansion? Isn't that kind of convenient?
Well, the timing certainly is interesting for the announcement. Okay. Yeah. I still haven't seen the projections of when work would start, when work would end. So this is a projection that Coca-Cola said, hey, you know what? We can expand our facility on the England Airport property. Now, keep in mind, folks, England Airport is a separate authority that's not part of Alexandria, city of Alexandria. Mm-hmm. We do not get any property tax from them or any sales tax from them.
So what he was there for?
That was strictly for show. Strictly for show.
Yeah.
Well, now, here's the other thing. Okay. If you're going to expand like that, I'm telling you right now, there will not be 75 jobs associated with it.
They already hiring. They were hiring before that they were doing the expansion.
They got 75 people there right now. That's going to be the same 75. And let me tell you what corporations do. We did it with Mobil. We did it when I worked with DuPont. We did it when I worked with Dow Chemical. 3 different companies. You come to your local legislator or congressperson, and you sell them this grand idea. I'm going to expand, put this in, and get and it create all these jobs. And what you don't tell them, or what they don't know, is that I already got these jobs right now. I'm going to double the size of this facility and run it with the same staff I got. I'm going to change the title, the job description,
That's right.
so that it'll look like new jobs, because with these same 75 people, I need to expand their job description because
Their
they're
duties
going to
too.
be
Yeah.
doing more
They're gonna be doing more. Right?
here. And today, with robotics, with artificial intelligence, with computerized equipment, smart machines, you're not hiring any labor-intensive type people. The people that you're hiring now, they're going to be the ones who can program and repair the sophisticated equipment.
Yep, and a lot of them don't train you either. They don't want to. They don't have time.
Some of them don't even have to be local. They could be remote.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I thought you were gonna say they mostly hire when it comes to those type of IT jobs, you know, and where the good money is, they always hire outsiders for that.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Because
right.
we don't have the pool of applicants for that. I've been told that
But-
several times.
Y'all, that stuff is done for logistical reasons. That's all that is. That Coca-Cola job is done for logistic reasons. Now they're telling you that we're going to get some jobs. They're not telling you that people are losing their job everywhere else, though. You see, because what they're going to do is shut the plants down, other places, and they're going to make the tickets right here in Alexandria and just ship the tickets to the other places, and people are going to deliver them. So, okay, say for instance, if Super One want 1,000 cases of Cokes and 2,500 cases of Sprite, they'll make the bill right here in Alexandria, right? And when they make the bill, they'll ship it to Lake Charles and let somebody else from Lake Charles distribute it. Take it to that's all they're doing. That don't have nothing to do with Jack Roy.
Yeah, they can do it from home, like you said, because it's logistics.
Yeah.
Paperwork, it's
Yeah.
computer work.
So
It's not
that's all it is. It ain't. And guess what? They're gonna have to some computers gonna be involved in it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna pull that off this. They're gonna
You
have,
missed when you just got on here because Mr. Porter just said all of this.
I know. But see, Alexandria is a logistical dream if they did it right.
If they did it right.
That's right.
If they did it right, Alexandria is a logistical dream because guess what? 2 hours to Shreveport, or hour and 45 minutes. 2 hours to Baton Rouge, 45 minutes to Lafayette. I mean, hour and 15 minutes to Lafayette. Hour and 15 minutes to Lake Charles, or 2 hours to Lake Charles.
It got even better for you. You are 4 hours away from Houston. You're 3 hours away from Mississippi. I mean, this is prime real estate.
It's almost the center of the country. It's almost the center of the country when you look at it.
Center of the South.
But yeah, so Alexandria's the logistical. It should be a logistical
city,
booming town.
That's right.
But they don't know how to run it. They don't know how to go solicit businesses. Because if I solicit new businesses, then the old money going to get mad because these employees is leaving
There
here
you go.
and going to work over there.
There you go. That's right. You're right.
You see,
Yeah.
I'm leaving Antune as soon as I can make over $12 an hour. I'm going Antune.
You said
I'm going Popeyes.
And another thing too, Miss Nat, saying that you get better jobs, get a better pay. They don't want you in the neighborhoods already.
Yes,
Think about that, okay, think about that.
that's what that is.
You know, I'm going to say this. You know, Jock, just in case you're listening, I want to talk about indicators since you have your blinders on as to what an indicator looks like. Right? Now, first and foremost, we're on your Facebook page. So your social media is sorely lacking, right? But because you don't know what to put on social media, you tend to put a bunch of random shit on your social media, right? You're talking about Alexandria's momentum is clear and we are headed in a better direction. Let's finish the job, ready together, proving. What momentum? Can you go to districts 1, 2, and 3 and talk about the moment about the momentum that the city has built up?
You know, him and Vallard, they're just picking up where they left off on their Facebook page. That's all. But the
Oh,
most recent is hours. I mean, not hours,
yeah,
years.
this
You know,
was 10
before.
hours ago. Listen, he said, what a great vote of confidence that Alexandria is moving in the right
He
direction.
is sad as hell.
Coca-Cola,
He ain't got
106.
no type of clout.
Damn. He got no aura. That's what
He
it
ain't got
is.
no. Oh, he
He got no aura.
ain't got no aura.
Look, and the people were telling him, oh, man.
We tired of him.
This has nothing to do with Jock Roy. The company did this for logistic reasons. Remember, Alexandria is the center of the state. It has nothing to do with Elmer Fudd. He called him Elmer Fudd. Tell folks how y'all call District 1, 2, and 3 the slums. Ooh, will this make Coke Zero prices great again? I miss those pre-COVID sub $10 case prices. Coke is building a $106 million robot to load trucks. Don't get too
That's
excited.
right. Look, I'm telling you, no, first of all, they haven't said when they're going to make this investment, right? And when that investment will start to take place and how soon it'll be finished. But when they do, it will be all robotics. There will not be additional jobs. Those 75 jobs will be re-described, reclassified, and it will be artificial intelligence, computerized, and robotics. Absolutely.
He said, well, that robot is bringing 84 direct jobs and over 100 indirect jobs with it. I'd say that's a little to be excited about. He said, I stand corrected, 84 jobs. Silla is saved. Somebody said, thanks, Jock. And somebody said, for what? We're lucky to have you, Jock. Great job, Jock. I'm a young man looking for work. Join a union and get out of here, man. He said, I guess they're building it on 28 West like everywhere else. Everyone else. Why don't we go ahead and move the whole city out there? Ooh. Somebody said Goy Slop Enterprises expanded operational in Goy Cook Central. No. What are these words people are saying?
Oh my God.
Here's Pat Burgess. Yeah. Kind of figured that. But yeah, your mayor has zero aura. Like, as the kids say, you got zero aura. Who needs a yard sign? We appreciate everyone who continues to show their support. If you would like a yard sign, comment below and send us a PM. I haven't seen a PM in ages. We would be happy to get one to you. I think Jock personally controls this page. Right? But
Well, it is his page, damn it.
No, I'm saying it's not a campaign page. It's not a true, because you know campaign pages usually have other people running it. So far, this post was yesterday at 9:30 a.m.
He just started using it.
So we're talking about we're heading into 48 hours in another 12 hours. So we over at 36 hours. 2 comments, 21 shares, 25 interactions. We get more than that on this show. Just so
Of course we do, Tavares. It's a whole different ball game. Come on, you can't compare.
We're talking about the same topic. I hate that he used this old ass picture. 4 years
Check the
ago.
year out.
No, this is August 10th.
Okay. No, so he okay. So he is still.
Yeah, 4 years
Tavares,
ago.
Tavares,
What?
move the comments. We can't see the whole
Yeah,
screen.
we can't
You got
even
the
see
comments.
it.
I don't know why
Oh.
you put them up there.
He's so terrible at what he does.
I know. Leave him alone.
Anybody, man.
Yeah.
4 years ago, our city was headed in the wrong direction, and we took a decisive action. Policing that's measurably working, safer streets, a utility that works. The utilities never stopped working. It was the breach. Cleaner neighborhoods. That's because you have the people out clean. So
Neighborhood cleanup.
You got these neighborhood cleanup groups that has nothing to do with the city. Basic services you can count on, except for brown water. Except for the brown water. Alexandria is headed in a better direction. Let's finish the job. So you're saying if we give you one more term, you'll be able to finish your
After 16 years. So you need 20.
Baby, give me one more chance. I promise you I won't cheat on you no more. I
You won't
promise
hit
you
me
I
no
won't
more?
hit you.
You won't
I
hit me no
won't
more,
hit
right?
You
you.
won't hit me no more.
I
Damn.
won't hit you, and I'll get rid of the brown water. Just give me one more time. Just give me one more chance. You know, y'all, he's considered a lame duck mayor, right? Y'all do
No,
understand?
not yet. Not yet. We'd have to
No,
have a
he
veto.
is. After the first one, he was lame duck.
No, okay. The way lame duck works is
I'm
that no
just
matter
kidding.
what policies he put forth, that he could be overrode. He won't be a lame duck until we get 5 people on the council. Until we get a veto-proof council.
I'm putting it in out there in the universe. He's a lame duck.
Well, we don't want him to be a lame duck. We want him out of there now.
Well, him and Ballard, they need to be lame ducks out. Yeah, there we go.
Giving an update on a major. Oh, okay. So yeah. The last time we used it was
Exactly.
was
Look at
4
that.
years ago.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Look at that.
No updates, no register to vote, no it's voting day, no nothing.
See, the one thing he knows is that this campaign can be won or lost on social. The battlefront is social media.
But y'all, guess what? The reason why he ain't putting no effort in this Facebook page is because he already thinks he got it in the bag.
No, he thinks so. I wouldn't think so. If this was any indicator,
Oh, they about to pop it off, Mr. Leader. They about to pop it off with the events and stuff. You about to see it's about to be navy and yellow everywhere around Alexandria.
there'll be mustard and water everywhere. Yeah.
I think somebody should get a big gallon of brown water and sit it on the steps of the city hall. That's what I
Don't
think.
do that.
I'm just kidding.
Don't do that. Oh, and he's using the same signs from last time. Okay. Yeah, he's using the same signs for last time.
Yeah.
All right, that's how you save money.
Because he don't have to fight. You don't get it. He ain't got to fight.
Yeah, he didn't get no big numbers on this post from 4 years ago. 31 likes and 4. Yeah.
They probably didn't even know he was even. I mean, he had one. Calling
Look, I cannot wait
volunteers.
for you to be mayor again. They talking about me too. What the They must have been broke. If I lived in Alexandria, you would have my vote. If I could get to vote,
Ask us.
yeah, for Mary, we would vote for you hands down. You got my vote. I voted yesterday, and my favorite mayor, Mayor Roy. Okay. Deborah McCall says voted on Wednesday. Is that your people, Mama? Oh, so cute.
Uh-oh.
He's got our vote. Voted yesterday. Too cute. This is the cutest ad I've seen. What a cute puppy. You know, these people have not said anything about policy. They haven't said, hey, I'm so glad you did X, Y, and Z. Calling volunteers, we need you for Tuesday, November 8th, Election Day, poll watching, and other fun activities. Time to help JTV. What is JTV? Is that Jock TV? Okay, come on, let's go vote and let's help bring this home. Poll watching.
I think they wanted to say GTV, get out the vote.
Host for the Pinoy for Roy party. That's the Filipinos for Roy. Great turnout, great times talking about the future in Alexandria. Not the Filipinos for Roy. Oh, wow. Guys, listen. I don't know, folks. Ready, together, proven. Is he using this? Wait a minute. He's not even, he didn't even change.
Look, I got the cat in the bag. I don't know what the hell you think I need to do all this spending my money.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Together, ready, prove it. And then the only thing he did,
there.
I think he reorganized the words.
He said he said that he knows Alexandra ain't gonna never vote for another black mayor again.
Yeah, that's basically what he's saying.
Ready?
To be honest, you're right.
Yeah. At least, especially after what Jeff Hall did.
Yeah.
I'm sure as it get close, and if he think that he's in jeopardy, he's going to resurrect, visions and things from Jeff Hall.
Yep.
And say, remember the last time you had a black mayor? You really want to go back to that?
I don't know. How racist is that?
I expect that to come right around the end of October.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I expect to hear from the Jock
Oh,
Roy.
okay.
It's going to get ugly, Mr. Porter.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to get
Because
ugly.
it's quiet right now. Everything is quiet right
It's
now.
supposed to be. It's supposed to be. They all watching each other move.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, now that I see some things that I didn't see before, I'm starting to notice. Is that Miss Stacy West?
Yeah, that's her, and that's Jonathan Goins.
Goins. Well,
And that's the Peabody parade, I bet.
I swear to God, if y'all folks at Peabody let Jock Roy come through there on that float after he lied to your kids.
Mm-hmm.
He the mayor. What they gonna say? No.
Oh, no. Look, he went war horses. Look at him.
And look, and canceled your last year homecoming.
Sure did.
We gotta keep that in front of people this October.
That's
we gotta
right.
let them know that.
That's right.
And he didn't remake it. And he didn't make it up. How about
No.
I'm looking forward to this opportunity, and I hope y'all come join me. I remember this.
Mm-hmm. You did. You showed it on the show.
I did. Matthew Ritchie and Van Roy, the two people that he just do business with Matt Ritchie?
No, it was the other. Was it? I don't know. Ain't Van Roy related to him?
Come on, man. You got to stop this shit. You got to stop it, bro. I'm kind of glad he left all this stuff up.
Well, now that you've gone through it, he's going to take it down.
He's going to take it down.
Yes, it was Matt Ritchie. He just did that. Matt Ritchie just bought that.
Oh,
building.
look.
Oh.
Look.
What is this?
It says, let's reimagine Alexandria.
The place we call home, and make it our city everything we know it can be for all of us.
Reimagine, reignite, restore, river.
See, he likes stuff that start with his name. You see that?
Yep, start with Roy.
Spark. Spark is the only one that wasn't.
Well, you know, you could take the. Never mind.
Oh, wait. You need to read this one. The race for city council.
Directly affects your daily life. On this election day, the path is clear and yours to choose. Alexandria's next step to ensure continued progress will be determined by whether you take the time, a moment in your day, to choose that path. You have until 8 p.m. to vote at your precinct, so it really is up to you. Together, let's choose an Alexandria that continues building stronger, resilient, innovative communities.
So, now, you know,
this is from 2014, by the way.
He endorsed Reddix Washington, and of course he endorsed Lee Rubin.
No, this is from 2014.
Oh, that's from 2014?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought that was 2024. Okay.
Well, let's look through here. I don't see no people. There goes K. Miguel's. Who else? I don't know. There goes Michael Brewer. Let's see.
What happened to Michael Brewer?
I don't know.
Is that what's the name, husband?
I think so.
Did I see Armstrong? Go back up. Go back. I thought I saw Armstrong.
Michelle Armstrong.
I thought I did. Oh, go back up. I seen a man of sword.
Smith. I see Stephen A. Oh.
You said Stephen A. Smith. You're so stupid. Isn't that Carolyn Spence Mansour? Isn't that the person that's on the that did that NDA?
No.
Not him, but I'm saying.
No, you talking about that probably is her husband.
Yeah, probably is.
There go Lisa Love. All we doing right now, there go Pam Kuvion. All we're doing right now is connecting old dots. These are dots that could have been here.
Oh, look at Elisa Marcotte, Brasu. Probably. There's Elisa Marcotte.
Let's see.
Danny Payne. Dan Payne. Is that you, Nat?
It says Pogue.
Oh, okay.
There goes Lamar White. Yeah.
There's our old buddy, our nemesis.
Yeah. Listen, y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all. All I can tell y'all is this. Don't fault record turnout. The election to keep our mayor is very close. Please take the time to vote. Continue progress. This is 214 too. I wish I. Man, they talking about record turnout. I don't know what that means. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We got to
Alexandria
go back
is
video.
transforming forgotten areas into. It's a story of before and after. Under Jacques Roy's leadership, Alexandria is transforming forgotten areas into areas of opportunity and creating a safer, stronger city.
The development is up, growth is good. Jacques is doing a great job.
I've seen it go through a lot of stages. And I have to tell you, I'm more excited about where we're headed here in the near future than ever before.
I'm Jacques Roy, and I would greatly appreciate your support for mayor. And together, we can keep building a stronger Alexandria.
It's a story of
Wait a minute, when did he do this?
This is
areas
2014.
of opportunity and
You
creating
know what? I
a
should have looked
safer.
at this first. Hold on.
Yeah, because I didn't know that. That's the first time I ever seen that video. You seen this one before, Mr. Porter?
No, I have not.
Me neither.
Oh, we're going into the vault. We're going into the vault.
Well, okay.
Everything is all about keeping the city going in the right direction. Now you've been saying that shit for 12 years.
That's 2014.
This is
Yep.
2014. We've been headed in the right direction. Oh man. Yeah, damn. How long is it gonna take us to get there? Shit. Damn. I'm sorry, y'all. How long? How long is it gonna take for us to get there?
Well, that trip down memory lane just further solidifies the reason that we need to change now.
Yeah, because Bland ain't nothing exciting happening. He's not even showing any interaction with the community on his page.
No, because I think the internet was a different place back in 2014.
No, I'm not talking about then. I'm talking about now. I'm talking about what he got on his page now. This is so boring. I'm sorry. For a mayor.
No, it's got the white. Listen, go war horses, baby.
That's boring. That's boring.
Go war horses. I put
But
that on my page.
you go back to 2014 and you see, okay, nothing's changed.
Absolutely.
Nothing's
Yeah,
changed.
everything is the same. Everything's the same.
But people still talk about let's keep moving forward.
It's a story of before and
Yeah, we moving in place.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going nowhere
Nah,
fast.
we keep just going in circles. literally.
Exactly.
Okay, wait. So they redid the firehouse.
Fire station, that's right.
And that's on Masonic. Oh, hold up. That's on
Masonic and
Masonic,
Lee.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Masonic and Lee.
Uh-huh. Okay. Go
and
ahead.
after. Under Jacques Roy.
The splash pad.
Wait. That's the same splash pad
Oh, my
that's now
gosh.
being redone under Reignite for
my
$2.2 million.
It is.
Oh my
It is.
goodness.
It's the same city park too.
This was over a decade ago, bro.
Yes, and now they're spending $2.2 million to upgrade.
Oh.
Oops. Listen, Jock, I'm sorry, bro. I just went on your Facebook page, man. That's all I
Yeah,
did.
he finna delete all this.
Roy's leadership, Alexandria is
And what's that?
Where is
Bolton
that at?
Avenue.
Bolton Avenue.
Oh,
Lord,
yeah, look. That's the Red Cross building.
Yeah, it wasn't there before.
Why wasn't it there?
No,
It don't
Because
look
that's
like it.
1950.
No, it was.
And before is 1950.
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah.
can't
Oh,
see it.
my God.
I just can't see it in the picture.
That is an old picture. Look at
Mr.
them
Porter,
cars.
this is before you ever got to Alexandria, whatever the hell. They
Oh
showed
yeah, I
you
didn't
that
get
picture.
here until 2005 after Katrina.
Oh no, this is definitely a 2005 era. Yeah,
Life looks good in that picture, bro.
it
Like it
does.
just looks
Yeah,
simple,
yeah.
you know? The air looks clean.
Life looks simple. This is where Food Mart was. Not
Yeah.
Food Mart. Where what's the name of that damn store? The grocery store. You know where they do all the. This is okay.
It says
the
Save a
Rush's
Lot.
Cleaner. This
Yeah,
is
Save a Lot.
Save a Lot and
Yeah,
Rush's Cleaner.
Save a Lot. Yeah. That's right. The pill box is right here on the other side.
Yeah, on the right hand side.
Right there.
And it used to be the little bus station, Greyhound bus
Yeah,
station.
the Greyhound, and then they moved it.
Yeah.
They moved it on, what was that, Texas and Lee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, about the
Transforming
Washington.
forgotten areas into areas.
Oh my God. They
That's
go to
the
Greyhound
pill
right
box.
there.
There it goes.
The Greyhound and the pillbox. Look.
Yep.
No, that's the same building.
Greyhound.
I know
was
that, but it
inside
was
there.
yeah.
No, and then they turned it to the pill box.
Yeah.
I remember when the Greyhound station was on Main Street on Jackson, right when you come off the bridge where it was by the church. That's where the Greyhound was for me when I was growing up. They moved it over here whenever I guess Shamir
Later on in the year.
Don't play with me. Don't put my name in there.
Areas of opportunity and creating a safer, stronger.
And these people look like people that work with him per usual.
It do
Your
look
city.
somebody.
The development
These
is
ain't people
up.
off the
Growth
street.
is good. Jacques is doing a great job.
I've seen it go through a lot of stages. And
Yeah.
And it's all rehearsed and stuff. He got his hair cut, got that
His
tight
neck
suit on
beard,
and
yo, the
everything.
neck beard. Listen, it's the neck beard.
I have to tell you, I'm more excited about where we're headed here
That's probably one of his cousins.
in the near future
Yeah.
than ever before.
Could be
I'm
somebody
Jacques
related
Roy,
to him.
and I would greatly appreciate your support for mayor. And together, we can keep building a stronger Alexandria.
Right after I gerrymandered the fuck out of y'all.
After, under.
All right.
Why
Wow.
you had the same message and win every time?
I'm
That's
Jacques
what bothers me.
Oh, wait, we got another video.
Roy.
For 12 years.
I'm Jacques
Blame
Roy, and together, we're building a stronger Alexandria. Our Spark program is investing millions of dollars.
Here we go, folks.
Oh,
invested in the
Splash
same
Pad was
goddamn
part of
area.
Spark.
Spark.
Man.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my God. Oh yes.
This man been doing the same thing for
Oh,
14
he's been singing and dancing the same tune. Oh my God. This
Come
is
on, bro.
crazy.
He done
This is
added pickleball
embarrassing.
to it. He added pickleball to it.
Oh,
Boy, he done pulled the wool over our eyes every single time with the same stuff.
And he done told on himself.
We got a poor memory. And
Oh,
look,
yeah, we
HDQ, Horseshoe, Deerfield, Quail Ridge, Park Trails. Lord,
Highway 28 East Fire Station, Lee Street Corridor enhancements, MacArthur Drive.
He been telling us what he was
Not the
gonna do,
Masonic
y'all.
Drive Corridor.
yeah,
Yeah, he been
that's
saying
it.
what he was gonna do, y'all.
That's it.
Look at this.
Oh. And it was, look, Spark. It was part of Spark.
Yeah, all of this is Spark. All of this is Spark.
Oh,
He just
So-
renamed it.
So the same projects in Spark are now Reignite projects.
Oh my God.
Or they always were.
Or they always were. Look, improving our quality of life. He's been telling you the whole time. You can't really get mad at him for lying unless it's about the Sugar House Road enhancements and the 3rd Street enhancements, because the 3rd Street enhancements was a slap in the face. And the
So
Sugar
I
House
guess
Road enhancements.
this is what he means by it takes time, huh?
Oh,
No,
Because
look,
we've been
what-
doing this
wow.
for almost 60 years.
What sidewalks on Lee Street and Texas Avenue? We don't have sidewalks on Lee Street
Maybe it was a part of Spark.
and don't have it on Texas Avenue.
Nope, there's no sidewalks on Texas Avenue.
A
MacArthur
lot of
Drive enhancements. I have no idea what that is.
Hold on, I gotta get these comments.
Lee Street corridor enhancements.
Y'all got bamboozled. Oh my God. Y'all got lied to. Oh my God. Woo, y'all. That is crazy. Did he think nobody would do this?
No, nobody would do this. Come on, it would take literally, it would just be me to do this. It would be one of us to literally just go down this page and try to find, like, I was looking for another video because I really wanted to see what kind of media was he putting out.
Now
campaign
everybody
with.
finna start scrubbing their page towards things.
Do you see they have Cheatham Park under Spark?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, they do.
It sure is.
Boy, we've had the wool pull over our eyes. We've been bamboozled
Oh my
all these elections with Jacques Roy.
Oh,
And look, he cannot win without the black vote. Black people been voting for him.
yeah.
This is crazy, and he's been running the same game on you, election after election.
There it goes.
after
There goes
election.
community policing. There goes your CSOs.
We can't hear it.
Because there's no sound. I turned the sound down. I think it's demonic.
You better turn the damn sign on so you can stupid.
And improving our quality of life, investing millions of dollars in infrastructure, creating new jobs, and improving our quality of life. Our Safe Alex effort and top-notch community policing are reducing drugs and crime and making neighborhoods safer. Together, we've accomplished a lot, and we're not done yet.
He got his hand on that lady leg.
No, he don't.
I'm Jacques Roy, and I would greatly appreciate your support for mayor. And together, we can keep building a stronger Alexandria.
Never trust nobody that talk with their throat.
And he's been dressing the same forever.
Yeah, look at him, so born, and he's not an older man. He dressed like an old man.
And together,
Like a
we're
choir
building a
director
stronger
or something.
Alexandria. Our Spark program is investing millions of dollars in infrastructure.
He said they put $201 million in the Spark. And y'all still sinking hundreds of
That'll
millions
be
of
all
dollars.
our money, huh? That'll be our whole budget.
Just about. Just about.
So make it make sense.
Oh my God. Well, Tavares, you know what? I'm gonna have to put the hand clap on you because you found this like what? This
All I
man
did was
been lying
scroll.
to you. Huh?
All I did was scroll.
But damn, Tavares, this is big, y'all.
I tell you, you show that to people
Somebody's gonna
and
wake him
ask
up out of
them,
his sleep. Watch.
when was this? 2014. God darn. And now it's 2026. Not a thing has changed. Not even his campaign.
Not even his campaign.
Creating new
Look, I'm trying to tell y'all that's what I was looking for. So when he handed
jobs and improving our quality of life.
That's the wrong one.
Our sa-
Oh, hold on.
It's getting better every day.
Hell no.
I love Alexandria, and it's getting better every day.
We appreciate what Mayor Roy is doing for parks and recreation in Alexandria.
I've seen it go through a lot of stages. And I have to tell you, I'm more excited about where we're headed here in the near future than ever before.
Our police are doing a great job, and our neighborhoods are getting safer.
These are good times for Alexandria. We have a great city and a great
I just
mayor.
realized who they were.
I'm Jacques
Paul.
Roy. We're building a stronger Alexandria. Let's keep it going.
Vote for my dad. Vote for my dad.
I love it. That's so cringy. So I realized
that didn't look right. That
We appreciate what Mayor Roy is doing for parks and recreation in Alexandria.
All right, go ahead.
Oh my Lord, that was so cringy, y'all.
Yeah,
Like
that
I can't
was.
believe they still doing stuff like that. But anyway,
Of
I
our
realized
city.
who one of the
The
black
development
women
is-
was, huh?
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
You gotta go back. I think I know who that is.
Hold on, she got. I'm gonna run it back. Okay.
Pause. Let me see if that's never mind.
Sound like you're trying to conceal some information. You
I
worried
think about it.
And I'm excited about the future of our city.
The development is up, growth is good. Jacques is doing a great job.
With LSU Aid and improved community college, we have great opportunities for education.
With Jacques Roy as our mayor, Alexandria is getting stronger every day.
I'm excited.
That nigga, he
Was
paid
that
that nigga
Hobbs?
extra.
Was that Hobbs?
No. That was Willie from the Gator Revitalization Project.
Oh, okay. That's not.
Willie, I'm drawing a blank. But look, Jacques Roy stuck him, and boy, Jacques Roy only got a chance to do that to him once. And after that, he was
cut ties
anti Jacques Roy to this day. What is Willie's last name?
What was his name? I know exactly who you're talking about.
McGinnis?
No. He had the bank. He was doing the houses and stuff, right?
Yeah, with the Gator Revitalization
Yeah.
Program. Yes.
What is, I forgot his name.
Spears.
Willie
That's it.
Spears.
That's
There
who
you
that
go.
is. Willie Spears.
Thank you, Willie Spears. And boy, Jock stiffed him because there was some money, some grant money from the federal government that was supposed to come down and be applied to Gator, and Jock stiffed him on that money.
He took the money and ran?
He kept the money, right.
Damn.
I'm excited about Jock Roy for mayor because he's been keeping our streets clean, our city safer,
Boy, them some thin ass lips.
and protecting our children.
I'm Jock Roy. We're building a stronger Alexandria. Let's keep it going.
Vote for my dad. Vote for my dad.
As a businessman,
that is cringy.
Ugh.
Good.
I've had enough. I can't listen to him anymore either. Miss Mims, I feel the same way. I had enough.
Oh, he's gonna turn up, y'all. He about to turn up after this.
He about to come after us. There's people online pulling up my past.
His page about to be popping. Watch, y'all. It's gonna have. He better watch the AI though. Be cool on that.
There's people that's trying to pull up my past and saying I'm doing the same thing over and over again. That's not true.
Or that you haven't made any progress because you keep singing the same song. God darn, come out with a new song.
The same song.
But I do want to point this out before we get out of here, because I want to let y'all go. I do want to point out that his campaign slogan isn't the same. I was wrong. What it is hold on, let me get it right. Is it this one? It's the one with the t-shirts. So back in 2022, it was Ready Together Proven, right? But here in 2026, it's actually Together Ready Proven.
Okay, that's a change.
That's a change.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, that's a real big difference.
That's major. That's significant.
That's the difference between spark and reignite.
Y'all, this is really a good. He bamboozled y'all real good.
He has. He has every election.
Oh my God, he's been able to win using the same strategy.
He just take those leftovers, throw them in a microwave, and serve them to us.
Look, them the same damn sides from the.
Look on the dish.
I ordered 1,000 of these some bitches. I ain't gonna get rid of this shit.
Look. And he only did was he put it on a different dish. That's it.
Look, it's the same people.
Oh my God. This is crazy. You got my head hurting.
Look, it's always one in every crowd. Boy, I tell you.
That looks like Jonathan Goins.
Yeah, that looks like Jonathan.
Absolutely it is.
Jonathan Goins with hair.
And he got 2 signs. That's how much he
Yep, that's Mr. Elephant Ears.
Mr.
But everybody else is white. That's the crazy part about it. That's not.
You guys are trying to implement race in this, and race has nothing to do with it.
It's gonna be C. Ray Lewis this time. What?
Jonathan's been a good boy to me.
Oh my God,
Jonathan's been a very good boy.
He got quiet after that blow up with Miss Bell. He got quiet as a mouse. He's not allowed to interact with the ratepayers. He's not allowed to put his opinion out there with the ratepayers.
He's too emotional.
He's too emotional.
He should be ashamed of himself because he allowed Jock Roy to use him to justify, to use the Voting Rights Act to justify what Elizabeth Felter was doing.
Yep. And
turned it around and used it against us.
It was to secure that Masonic corridor. That's all this was. For that reignite.
Hold on, we got one more.
Alexandria, where the mayor said
Something that really excites people. And something that says, not only something that really excites people. And something that says, not only open business, but come here, there's something unique about us. And for me, that is this Reignite project.
Well, hey everybody, Stephen Maxwell here with Sonar Broadcasting, walking down Masonic Drive in Alexandria, where the mayor says this area, Masonic Drive, is going to be a big focus for the city. At his State of the City address on Tuesday, Mayor Jacques Roy talked about a number of things, including his Reignite program. The goal is to give the Masonic Drive corridor in Alexandria an $82 million boost. The city will utilize a $45 million bond, with the other $37 million coming from matching state, federal, and municipal funding. Mayor Roy says no new taxes.
Now, did you hear them say private?
No.
That's why I was pointing out the difference between private, state, and federal funds. See, that 82 million, that million, how much did they say?
He said
82 million,
Will utilize a
$45 million
$45
coming
million
from
bond,
bonds.
with the other $37
million coming from matching state,
federal,
and
municipal
funding.
And the minister, did they say anything about private?
Nope. According to Stephen Maxwell, he did.
That's the same amount that's on the FAQ, by the way, too. You see what I'm saying? That's why I picked up on that the way I did. And people might be like, oh, what are you trying to say? What I'm trying to tell you is those private funds that he's talking about are non-existent. Those are just kickbacks that are built in already. Those are kickbacks. That's why I asked the question, if you got private investors invested, what are they guaranteed to get something back? What is what is it that they're getting back?
Yeah, you're talking about the return on their investment.
Right. Because you're not going to invest in nothing and not get nothing back. But how can you have the same amount that Stephen is quoting, and it has nothing to do with private funds?
He did say state, federal, and municipal.
Yeah, no,
Mayor Roy says no new taxes will be needed for the project.
Imagine, if you will, that we take that whole Masonic corridor. Not only is it safe and clean and going to be beautiful, but all of that corridor becomes the red corridor for the city, along with the healthcare assets that are there, the hospitals.
Mayor Roy is calling it the largest mixed-use retail and recreation development project in the city's history. So one of the main areas the mayor wants to focus on is the Alexandria Mall parking lot. You can see a lot of empty space here. He says that could be utilized for something else.
But imagine all that parking lot of wasted space. Do you think any mid-city or any mid-mall that size will ever use that parking again without the shop and what we do? No. So all of that space is available for revamping and reuse. The mall itself is available. It's the big cake. Imagine taking your fingers in that cake and just moving that center out, where you build a city owned and operated through this project, town center, where there is a massive amount of opportunity to do things, to do it safely, to allow the mall to move in recreation, healthcare, all the things that Cabrini and others need to expand. We just changed it. But if you have a whole experience, it's called experiential malls. If you do that and build that, I promise you, we're going to have things that'll happen. So we're going to build the finest children's museum and learning center in the state. We will build it better than Shreveport or Baton Rouge. That's going to be the hook. That's going to be the thing that lets you get new clientele every year.
The mayor says he sees that mall area getting anywhere from a $10 to $20 million investment. So this is one of the major spots that Mayor Jacques Roy wants to focus on in his program, Bringhurst Field. I'm right here, what formerly was the first baseline here at Bringhurst. He says it could be used for baseball in the future. It could also be used, or most likely will be used, as a multi-purpose facility. The mayor estimates around a $9.5 million investment for Bringhurst.
We're going to rebuild it big for me, and we always were. But we need to make it multi-purpose. It needs to be more than just baseball. I don't think you're ever going to get professional baseball holding up a ball ever again. But imagine it being a center where we had Funktoberfest, League would have over at Spirits. Imagine moving into that area and having an outdoor festival, Big Island, and all those assets together. I'll have a trolley line that runs every day. So on Saturdays, you can shop, you can play pickleball, or you can play pickleball in the mall, in the indoor one that'll be there.
He said it's going to be an indoor one.
Indoor pickleball.
No, the city of Alexandria does not own that mall or that property. So if he's talking about doing all of this, they're either going to have to buy it, lease it, or just give these people money to make those improvements. And that's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. And look, if you look into the finances of these children museums, they are heavily subsidized. So if Alexandria is going to have a children's museum, they're going to need a lot of philanthropic organizations who's going to every year contribute money to that museum to keep it.
We went over the Lafayette Museum, Children's Museum, and yes,
you know how much one of those state-of-the-art ones cost? Like just to build. We're not even talking about just to build it alone. Do you know how much one of the state-of-the-art, if he's talking about having the best one in the state, these are hoop dreams. You know, they say that there's over 30,000 kids that want to play professional sports like NBA, and only like maybe 800 of them will make it.
Right.
That's what this is. He's hoping to be one of the 800 kids.
Yeah, these are, you're right. These are called hoop dreams.
He wants to be one of the 800 kids.
Or remember Gladys Knight movie, The Pipe Dreams? That's what this is too.
But look who that is right there. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that sitting next to him? I know that receding hairline anywhere. Never mind.
But there's going to be a lot of activity.
Also included is upgrading the tennis courts, adding pickleball, handball, and other sports facilities, revamping Masonic Drive itself, and adding a trolley service, as well as townhouse-style housing for the area workforce.
Lest you say, we're just talking again. We met with them all, folks. They're all in. I did a full due diligence with them. It was tough, and they're in. Why wouldn't they be?
Mayor Roy hopes to have more concrete plans by the end of the year. He says it'll take a lot of partnerships to make it happen.
Now, the only reason I played this is because I wanted you guys to pay attention to the date. The date of this was 44 weeks ago. This was just before it was just before the city council meeting that we just watched about redistricting. We never put two and two together. He was off doing these Rotary Club speeches, and the whole time it was really revolving around whether or not, man, Larry Roberts said it must be getting close to re-election time. That was 44 weeks ago. And then that over here, 44 weeks, talking about what about the brown water? And then somebody said, damn your brown water. He said, what about high utilities? He was like, we will have a lot to discuss. He has years to do this. Why now? How long will this take? Exactly, Miss Battles. Election time crap. We called this shit a year ago. We called it a year ago. Listen, we're vindicated, folks. Everybody that's in this, look, even Erica is over here. How about you close the zoo since the citizens of Alexandria are paying for it? This is a year ago. And we've been on top of it. Only thing we wasn't on top of is the damn videos from 15 years ago with Jock. Let's see. Because that went well for Bolton Avenue. I don't know what that means.
Oh, that was that when they redid Bolton Avenue and it was supposed to stimulate businesses there.
Somebody said, what if we took them all and made it one big Mexican restaurant?
Look, hey, Mr. Porter, but wasn't Bolton Avenue part of Spark?
It was supposed to be, but they also had a project for Bolton Avenue. Remember when they redid the streets with that brick or cobblestone stuff?
Yeah.
You know, that was a major project, and it was supposed to stop businesses from closing and attract or lure new businesses for Bolton Avenue.
Now, wasn't that he was in office then too, wasn't he?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. Maybe we should clean the city up first before revamping anything. Sounds like more money laundering.
Ooh.
This all sounds wonderful. I mean, we've all known their plan for Bringhurst. When the corridor project sputtered in years back, they wanted all those properties across the street. The field was going to become a parking lot. The structure itself is unable to be salvaged, and the cost is way too high to build something on the same scope. We shall see. He's let it get this bad. Sounds like a good start on a 15-minute city. I actually like the idea. We need more and better things to do, and having things to do could possibly help kids stay busy and off the streets. This would be great if it worked. The skateboard park, they still asking where a goddamn skateboard park.
Don't even know they've been had.
They living in the skateboard park.
Yup.
Oh, look, Dirk Mannheim made a
What'd you
comment.
say?
Every year before the mayoral election, we have a big development, dreams, and visions. So far, there's always been just enough folks who believe it and cast that vote.
Wow.
Because he did it with Spark. Spark was
Yep.
what he campaigned on.
Yep, he sure did. He did the same thing with Spark.
And look what Jay Scott wrote.
Said high crime, high utilities, but he disrespected our city police department, paid the police officers to work. He put together a fake community cops that can't arrest or go in our community and talk to the young generation. He stopped a well-ran organization for Black children, Little League Baseball. No facilities for the young to play in. Play inside. He has pickleball for seniors in the buildings. He has silenced the police so they can't tell the public the truth. Guess what? Dude is a clown. Go queue in the Alexandria Police Department a raise. They doing all they can. And he said they're all lies for the vote. Damn.
They
We
hard on
need
you.
somewhere. I thought it was just us.
No, because there's a lot of people that done woke up. They see there's a lot of stuff that don't sound right.
But this was 44 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is 44 weeks ago though. Yeah, this is enough. One time we went to Cabrini and they had bullet cases up near the entrance at the door. I hate these made up stories. Choose your Mexican restaurant wisely. They will be one on every square inch of their project. Damn.
Somebody
Buddy.
paying attention to all these Mexican.
That's
Now,
what I
now
said.
wait a minute. Let me say this, and please, this is just me. Okay, y'all know I have a. What if all these Mexican restaurants are doing some real shady stuff?
Come on, man.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, to bring the aces back. They're going to give Adult Emporium a big fancy sign so people can find it better after leaving the zoo. Don't need another business closing down. It would have to be privately funded. Oh, bring the aces back. It would have to be privately funded. It would need to be invested way more than what they would ever get back. The city has zero interest in baseball above youth. No collegiate, independent, or semi-pro team will ever be here again. I mean, what are you going to do for the kids that go to Little League? If you go to Dixie League,
No,
then-
wait a minute. He said that that if it's collegiate, they don't have any interest in it. It's
No, I'm saying this. Okay, so you come up through Dixie League at Johnny Downs. You go to Ash and play baseball for Ash. You leave Ash and go play baseball for LSUA. You leave LSUA, and where do you go? You could come right back here and play for the semi-pro team. You
Or I
don't never
can-
have to leave Alexandria.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Never. You
Yeah,
would
but
never leave.
people don't go to those semi-pro games
Yeah, they
that
don't.
Aces
They-
had.
Yeah, they don't
That's
play.
why they had to leave. Yeah.
Well, just crush those people's dreams then. Those people wanted to do banana ball team in Alexandria. Banana ball is pretty cool. I don't know if you ever seen banana ball.
I
think
I
that's-
have. I watched it on
Yeah.
ESPN a couple of times. Yeah, that's the wackiest stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Somebody said bulldoze it and make it a dangerous force. They're gonna folks. That's all I got.
It's a lot of girl ways.
Hold on. In order to grow, you have to see what's out there. What I've been doing since I've been in office is growing and getting the network, looking for ways to make Alexandria better. Not one comment and one like
this was. I don't even know what this was because he can't even say where it was. What it was. He was in office though.
Did he like it himself? Is he the
probably
only like
did.
on it?
He probably did. He probably did.
Probably the only like out there.
So who is this?
Where is
Brittany-
that at?
Excuse me. There's Brittany, there's Reed, there's Hayes, I think. I don't know who that is.
Where is that at? What,
Somewhere in Lafayette, look like.
Jay Scott. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
Move over.
Yeah.
Go.
Keep it moving there. Okay, that's that one. And that's it.
This
I
man-
just I looked into revitalize. It's hashtag revitalize Alexandria. And this is all the stuff that came up. So,
Oh my! So that man been getting over on y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to laugh at y'all, but man, they been getting over on y'all for a long time.
Jesus. With the same, running the same
That
play.
man said all he did was have to change.
Miss Jeannie Moran said, Mr. Porter, do you have a very large campaign banner over your house? Johnson has one across his front porch. Shit.
I got a banner from last time, but I have to order some new ones. Yeah.
No, you need one of them big, huge signs. Now, don't go stealing the frame. Put in your yard.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
Don't steal the frame.
All right, so I'm gonna let y'all go. All right, so let me give y'all an update on some things. So Carmelo they moved him from the facility he was at. He's now back in the Collin County facility because tomorrow he goes to court to hear from the judges. His dream team has asked that the judge that was over his case recuse himself so they can get the retrial. Right. So tomorrow is the recusal hearing where Judge Roach will be formally requested and there will be a hearing to request him being recused from hearing this case any further. The next day on the 20th is the retrial hearing where they will decide whether or not Carmelo's Sixth Amendment rights were violated. Now, the thing about it is the recusal takes place, it goes through, then the new judge gets to hear the retrial hearing. That new judge will determine whether or not Carmelo gets a retrial. When, and I will say when because he deserves it, when he gets his retrial, just sit back. Please, black folks, do not react. These white folks are going to lose their shit because to them, Carmelo is absolutely guilty. There is no self-defense for black folks, and there is no reason why he should ever get out of jail because they know them people lied and they know that his rights were violated. So just the next 2 days, I need black folks just to watch the news. Do not engage. Do not interact with these people. They're going to cut up. You will be called. All your account will get suspended if you respond. You will be all kind of N-words and hard R's. They're going to go the most because Carmelo is going to be at home for Christmas because that's the last thing they ever expected. So hopes and prayers for that. With the Nolan Wells case, I do want to give a brief update on that as well. Those people, I truly believe those people are actually guilty. I think that there is foul play. Matter of fact, I'm sure that there was foul play. And it just, like I said, just get ready. I'm gonna play a couple clips before we get out of here, and then I'm gonna let y'all go to sleep because I got a long day tomorrow. But here you go.
And that penalty right there is death. 30 years of hard labor, nigga. Slavery. Enslaving your ass. Nigga don't even want to kill you. You know how bad it is? They'll never bat an eye at killing a nigga. They say, no. He's young. He's able-bodied.
Yeah.
We need that labor. Now, I want to play. Hold on. Let me see if I have this clip. Because y'all niggas out here playing with these white people and y'all think this shit a game. I actually think it's time for niggas to withdraw in a real way. Because this shit rigged, bruh. Like, this shit ain't in the favor of niggas. Niggas gonna have to figure out a plan of how to move forward in this country because, let me just play this.
Based on Mr. Gathwright's age, physical abilities, things like that, do you think that the prison would benefit from him in a work capacity if he were sentenced to life without parole?
I say yes, with my experience, not only just in classification, but as former warden and even as a jail administrator. He's someone that's young, he's healthy. In reality, we need that labor, we need that sweat equity, and we will put him out there to work because we do have an aging prison population, jail administration. We have that, so we put these young individuals to work and get some sweat equity out of them since they are young and actually can do the work.
Now this is a motherfucker. Now he might as well be a cracker, but he look like an Indian that just said that shit. But they telling you that they have an aging prison population. I mean, you young niggas ain't going to jail like you used to. We know that via the 13th Amendment, slavery is illegal unless you get prosecuted for a crime. The second that you get locked up, you forfeit all of your rights as a citizen, and you essentially become a slave to the state or into this corporation we call the United States. So it seems like, y'all talk about why ends all day and why night, but he said we have an aging prison population, and we need these young niggas to be in here for sweat equity.
That shit crazy.
For labor.
Yeah.
We finna turn, we need y'all slave labor in here. So no, we don't want to get this nigga the death penalty. We'd rather have 30 years of hard labor. Nigga, LaQuint Dickey.
Come on, Jay.
You gonna be in that bitch turning big rocks
to little rocks.
to little rocks.
Yeah. LaQuint.
Every day, sun up to sundown, till your back give out.
Till your back give out. And then when your back give out, smack in the back of the head.
Smack you in the back of the motherfucking head. Then they'll consider the death penalty.
Yeah.
What groups did you infiltrate in New York? It was the Black Panther Party, Queens section. I only stayed with that assignment for 2.5 days. We found out then that it was infiltrated heavily by the New York Police Department. And there was no need for your service? There was no need for my services. You have to understand the person that started the Bureau and his background. J. Edgar Hoover made an agency that was answerable to nobody but J. Edgar. There hasn't been a president that would dare call the FBI out on the carpet. Why? Just like they do surveillance on us, senators, presidents, vice presidents. Everybody's got a skeleton in his closet. And on top of that, he's rendered the FBI financially independent. Yes, the FBI has holdings in different companies. They have storefronts, businesses. Wait a minute now. Why would they have holdings in companies, stock holdings in companies? It's extra money. Oh, you mean they get such a big budget and they may not use it in a particular year, so they invest in the stock market? Oh, yes. Super patriots, they always had the figure that someday maybe the government might become corrupt with leftists, black and communists and minorities and whatever, and that the FBI would have to function on its own, bravely by itself. So J. Edgar Hoover had the foresight to make sure that the FBI would have a little nest egg around so it could conquer these subversives. People are into a fantasy world when they believe that the Federal Bureau of Investigation finds out what it finds out through the method of scientific investigation. That's not the name of the game. The name of the game is find someone that is close to that man or can get close to that man. What role did the Bureau play?
You blaming the race riots on the Union? That's what you're trying to say?
I'm saying and work for the Packers would none of us be eating. Look at these folks here! You see what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I see him.
No, you don't see nothing, nigga. You don't even see how grateful they is when they come up to this table for this little bit of food. When they smile and thank the good Lord for it.
Look, Heavy, we're all grateful for it. Maybe it's time the Packers did do something for us. But it wasn't the Packers that tried to give us raises so we could live halfway decent. That was the union. If the Packers paid us what we deserved, we wouldn't need no handouts. Wouldn't have to live from week to week. You don't know who your friends are.
I know what the hell a friend is, nigga. It's when somebody comes to your side when you're down and out, when everybody else don't give a good damn for you. Just go on working. Don't care whether you're living or dead. Like some old dish rag thrown into a corner. If nothing else, this ride is making folks appreciate the Packers.
But you trying to tell us you sold out, ain't you, Heavy?
I ain't sold out to nobody. I just know which side my damn bread is buttered on.
No. You sold out. You gonna let the Packers make you a nigger again? Well, I'm sorry, y'all.
PQ. PQ.